Blackbeard has the information, but NVK might be able to rush on into this. Does he hear the Blackbeard maneuvering? Yes, he does. Goes in for the 1v1, and NVK clutches it again.
Starts to defuse. Tengu goes for one on the Young. Can he go the second? Another C4 goes off. Canadian!
Jarvis has been down. It's a 1 versus 1, and Slashdock wins it!
All right, guys, welcome back once again. At this point, we are at the playoff stage, and holy shit, oh my god, it's been such a great 4 weeks. Just qualifiers and everything. My name is KTSC, and you know that because my face, eyes, whatever. But I'm sitting with Kumval,
yeah,
and he's starting to grow a beard for once.
Yeah, I need to shave.
Or do you though? Or do you though? I mean, you can do a.
I look like a French dude at the moment.
Yeah, that. Oh my God! Please save just that part and have.
Oui. I love the map, Chalet. It's my hometown. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. All right, there we go. Oh,
losing your ear. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to fix it, but my microphone forgot. Either way, welcome guys to King of Nordic. What do we do here? Well, what do we do? Basically, we have a platform for you. We got you guys to be casted, showing off your skills to every single people who want to watch it. Obviously, we give you guys a platform to use and shine some spotlight on you guys, and obviously have a great time. One thing that Kronwall has been talking a lot about is just having great amount of fun.
Great fun, yeah. Everything should be about fun. Having fun in your life, and you will be happy. And if you're happy in life, you live longer.
That's actually like that's the thing. Like you could have, what is it? You
get one. If every laugh, you get one more day in life.
With every laugh, that means like every single person in life is like 50. Whoever dies under, well, they've been grumpy. Well, they haven't had fun.
No, but like. They're like the thing is that if you're positive to life, you will live longer because
definitely.
Then you
But not only that, but you have a lot of fun while doing it. I mean, it's not about doing like it's not about life being short, even though it is. But life's being short. You just got to do more. That's the thing. You have to do more, be positive, have great fun, and that's exactly what we're doing here at King of Nordic. That's why you don't have these really 100% serious casters. For example, we have a great fun. That's the thing. Yeah. Like we could crack a joke. Even though we're bad at it, that's a whole nother perspective. But either way, you guys are welcome to the playoff stage, where we're going to have 8 teams fighting it down to have 4 left that is going into the semifinals, and obviously then we are going to have a final. But that is going to be next week. All right, now for tonight, we are going to have first game Modion Gaming versus ENS. I think we could actually bring up the playoff bracket here for you guys, so you can take a look at the players yourself. So Modion Gaming and ENS is going to be the first 2 teams coming in on the quarter 1.
Quarter 2 is going to be Vladimir Toffler versus Endurance Gaming.
Yeah, indeed. And the third one that we are going to have in the quarterfinal, obviously, is going to be Dream Team from Finland facing off against Denmark's Egedal Esports, where Dream Team is the higher seed as well. So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
And then the quarter 4, we have Greek Gods versus Operator Select. Both teams are Danish. We have a lot of Danish teams so far in the playoffs. 4 out of 8. So Denmark is bringing it.
Oh yeah, they are. Like 50% of the teams is going to be from Denmark. Interesting fact, we have such a great matchups for tonight, and I do have some inside info from Operator Select versus Greek God coming up later as well. But for you guys, just so you guys know how everything works, it's a best out of 3 in this, and I think it's going to be ban, pick, ban. I believe it is.
Bang, pick,
Ban,
bang, pick, bang.
Yep. But not only that, last week, ban, pick, ban, apparently. So that was a little bit too fast production. Either way, 4 bans, 2 picks, 4 bans, and 1 remaining. I thought you were going to bring up the other pick. I was like, oh shit. Oh. Either way, guys, last week was the last qualifier where we had 2 great teams coming in and just really reaching for the 2 last playoff spots. So I was thinking, let's take a look at the highlight video from last week. After that, we're gonna bring up some giveaways, so don't go anywhere and take a look at this beautiful highlight clip. Smoke obviously in the defense, but how many smokes do we have left? I think he just deployed 1, perhaps 2. So he should have a 3rd one, and that is going to be deployed close by.
And the third is coming in here now from Thermite. Twitch is holding out and going for the spray, trying to help him out a bit. They're pushing forward, gets the 1 down. And another one gets 1. It's 1 versus 1 and gets the kill. Nice kill from Twitch there. The Twitch didn't have any HP left, which is nice from her.
Yeah, bad. Going for a little bit of a spray to see if they will be able to find out anything. Julep points a frag, equal is down to a 3-on-3, but it's not only that, but it's going to be Dokabe finding another frag. It's going to be a smoke grenade coming up, I think. Oh yeah, it was, but it was a trap there. It was a bandit trap. It's gonna be
Bigger trap. It was an idiot.
Jagger, sorry. But Homer comes in. It's going to be a 1-on-2, and all of a sudden, Denmark picks up their first red HP. Comes in, Oreo with a great kill here on Julian's third. Situation back there, still has the shield. Goes in. Yeah, well, we have to find a frag also. But now the timer is running down and needs to go in for the frag. And oh my god! What a performance coming in from CERN. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the GG. Oh, trying to go for it. There we go. Go save with the pick. Are you kidding me? Kane. And now he still has the call though. 16 seconds left, which means that he needs to push in, and Ollie's going to be able to find him because Kane needed to stand up because also of the call that was giving away his position.
He's going to throw a C4 because she thinks there's someone on the other side there.
Oh,
gets the kill on Kilomeluxian as well. Better KD, but at the moment, because Norway is having better team play. As we've been saying a lot, KD is not everything. All Triv gets another kill there. There's only 1 player left here for the Swedes. Going for the kill here, trying to get it. They get it off by Triv. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the final 5th round. And that GG. Vermet hopefully takes the next spot onto the higher seed and gets actually smoked up.
So we see the C4s coming out here. We still do have the smoke on the side, but there we go. Zero picking out 1 very early, and that is the smoke. So that's very important for them to try to get the plant. Zero taking out another one with the mirror there.
oh my god, they're coming from everywhere. Sir finds a 3rd kill, 4th kill as well.
What a save round.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not going to be close enough. And they know that there should be at least 1 outside the window. Oh, shaking the wrong side. Actually, underneath the window. Chicago gets that frag. Now it's all down to Sir. He's been clutching it before. But the thing is, can he do it now? That is what is going to be it. Oh, there he goes. He's fighting the first one. He knows about the second one because he can see the shots.
Very strong timing, so he needs to push very aggressively. And we've been saying that Norway has some, not Norway, but Finland has some really strong crossfires. But Norway just like showed us textbook crossfire right here.
In attack as well.
Yeah, in attack. Like that was one Bermuda triangle. Any operator going in there is not coming in. Understand exactly where they're pushing from. Here we go. Ash though, helping out Hibana with reducing as much time as possible. Dropping down on them unsuspecting. Oh my god, that bandit got what was coming for him. And this is such a quick attack. They've not predicted this angle coming out from Denmark. Denmark is pushing this so much quicker than Finland was. And it's just showing how
oh my god! What is going on? 5-on-1 all of a sudden. Take a look at this. Take on the Echo, trying to do whatever he can, but he's gonna get run over. Are you kidding me? There we go with Blitz coming in with the knife. Yeah, indeed. That was the highlight clip from last qualifier. That was last week as well. Now, though, we do have our beautiful Twitter feature that we can use.
Yeah, and you type hashtag King of Nordic at Twitter, at our Twitter account, and you will get featured on the show. Okay, wait. Hello, guys, and welcome back from that awesome replay. Go to twitter.com and slash King of Nordic, hashtag King of Nordic in the bot, and send something for us in the bot. I tried.
That was amazing.
And send hashtag King of Nordic and tweet us, and you can get featured right in here.
Yep.
By the fireplace, cozy place between us. You can be the stepping stone, the glue between us.
You know why? You know why? Because your tweets are gonna be lit.
Ho ho.
All right, either way, guys, we are going to have more giveaways for you, obviously.
Yeah.
And in the Twitch chat, there's going to be a different giveaway, right?
Yeah, and guys, if you want something fun, 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, you type exclamation mark raffle in the chat, all the way over there by the chat. Yeah, no,
Right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yep,
No,
yep,
no,
yep.
down there, down there,
Down
down
there.
on the left, yeah.
Yeah, down there is your field where you can type in. That means that you're going to be typing what says over there, down there.
This one.
We're so professional. All right, yeah, either way, so 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits is what you can win using exclamation mark raffle in the chat.
You're starting to become good at that, saying it fast. I do enjoy it because we were really bad at the beginning.
600 Rainbow Six Siege credits.
Yeah, well, bro.
I'm
You have trained.
I'm big pump.
Big bump. And thick,
That was a weird joke.
and thick shady.
And Thick Shady, yeah. We're gonna make a hit song.
Yeah.
Either way, guys, not only on that, but we do have Twitter and Facebook. And on that part, let's bring up the graphic for it. You guys can win a bundle from HyperX. It's gonna be a Pulsefire FPS gaming mouse and a Fury Medium gaming mouse pad. But you can also win 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits in that competition, so to speak. Like King of Nordic and HyperX on Twitter or Facebook. Well, we prefer both of them, obviously. Like the post and comment why you should win. And you need to add in the hashtags, and it's going to be hashtag King of Nordic and hashtag HX Rainbow 6 with a number S. I know it's a tough time. It's a tough one, but you have a example right there.
Hashtag King of Nordic, hashtag HX Rainbow 6S. I could use a new mouse pad, as my old mouse is soon 10 years old and about to fall apart.
Yeah, that is a valid reason. You guys could have valid reasons as well why you want to switch out your gears to some good examples of HyperX products. I'm Swedish. Either way.
It's going good for us tonight.
It's going good. It's going
I feel
good.
like we are smashing this.
Oh, for sure. Either way. I'm so sorry, guys.
I don't know this guy.
It's the
Like
playoffs.
this guy is filling in. I'm sorry, everyone.
Filling in. Yeah.
For Jesper, the awesome caster creative.
Yeah.
This is uncreative.
Uncreative.
Creative.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, wow, you're boring. Okay, either way, listen up, guys. This is something very interesting that happened, I think around a week ago. Ubisoft came out with something new, something fresh.
They did?
They did, oh yes. And
Well,
it was for Rainbow Six as well.
Yeah, and you know what?
What?
I have an alibi for this.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a look at it. I think we could do it. Let's take a look at it right now for you guys. There's been some addition to the rosters.
Le illusioni sono fatali. Se vacilli, sei mio. Se sbagli scelta, sei mio.
Some nice good shit for your operator that can clone herself. Or
Gives illusions, yeah.
Illusions, yeah.
I mean, I'm so
Illuminate.
hyped for it though. I'm really hyped for it. Like, imagine if you can really get to know the operator. You know, you need some time to practice, obviously, but I think Elbai could be a very good addition to a new meta.
I think this is gonna be my favorite operator since when I was little. You guys, I have been little. I've not been this big, this old, all the time. You know, I've been a kid as well. And I remember when I was like 14, waiting for a game called The Frozen Throne, Warcraft 3, and I loved playing Blade Master and everything like that. Just a champion and had illusions. So this is gonna be something like I'm gonna bring my Shadow back, and I'm gonna play it like a champ.
I'm so hyped for it though.
Yeah.
I'm literally.
You know,
really,
you know
what's
that you're gonna let me play it when we play. You know that.
It's gonna be a draw off. It's gonna who's gonna be the fastest picker. But right now, let's jump into the rosters. First game, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be Modion Gaming Finland versus ENS from Denmark. But Modion Gaming is gonna be containing by
Sampo, Oscar Mosca, Stiggy, Denzu. Or Dance, was it Denzu? Denzu. And Sleben.
Yup, indeed. Now these guys have been qualifying from the first qualifier, and that was from both season 1, to be honest with you guys, and the second one, and they got the higher seed on both of these as well. So that's why they are going to be the first team coming up for you guys, and this is going to be very impressive, especially with Stiggy. His mind can be like literally. He's so focused when he's in the game. He's so into the game, and he can really perform out of his mind as well. But they're gonna be facing off again Denmark, and it's gonna be called Team ENS. And these guys, well, they are going to show you what they got. And right now, I do believe we have Praki, Amunder Noise, Seiden, and Jogler. It's gonna be the lineup here. I'm wondering, that is impressive.
Is this the same lineup that we saw before?
I'm not sure actually.
Because I don't think I have said Under Noise before. And now we have 2 of them.
It's gonna be tough casting these guys. But either way, Denmark versus Finland, and it was an error in the name, obviously, and we are going to fix that later on, so you don't have to worry, guys. And you will see the names in game, and we can have another go for it when we go in game. Now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a look at the veto and take a look at the 3 maps that is going to be played in the first quarterfinal here in the playoff section. Bank. To be honest with you, Bank is going to be a map I actually believe that we are going to see a lot of tonight.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
I didn't get to cast it last time, but Love did a very good job, so I was proud of him.
Yeah, indeed. Here we go, though. It's going to be Finland coming in with the first ban, and they are going to go for Cafe. Yeah. Good choice. I don't think Modion Gaming does have, okay, obviously they could probably play the map.
This is my prediction. It's going to be Bank, Border, and either Clubhouse or Oregon. That's my prediction. All
right, let's take a look what ENS is going to go in for the ban. It's got to be Border being taken down. So
I mean, Clubhouse and Oregon, I mean.
Yeah, and that makes you look quite weird. Either way, all right, let's take a look at Modion going for the Bank ban. That is interesting again. So perhaps we are going to see Coastline, Oregon. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if we were going to see, like, perhaps a Chalet. That would be interesting to see. That would be very interesting to see, especially between these 2 teams, because ENS, I think they can do it.
Yeah, and the first pick is coming in any second here now. What is going to be? Oh, it's going to be Oregon from Modion Game, the first map that you guys will be seeing here tonight. And the second map that we'll be seeing after that, we'll play with Skyscraper from ENS coming in. That's actually really interesting, because I don't feel like usually people don't want to play Skyscraper as much, so.
Yeah, but perhaps ENS does have an ace up their sleeve. Either way, Modion Gaming going for the ban on Chalet, and that should leave either Clubhouse or Coastline, obviously. And it's gonna be Coastline, the third map. Wow, what a great start of tonight.
Yeah, didn't I say it was gonna be Oregon, Skyscraper, and Coastline?
Yeah. Either way, guys. So the first map is going to be Oregon. It's obviously going to be very interesting to see how these guys are going to put this one up because it's the first quarterfinal. A little bit of pressure on themselves, obviously, because we are going to cast their match and they are going to be viewed outside. You have a couple of viewers, a couple of supporters in the chat as well. The same goes for Denmark. But one thing's for sure, there is pressure in this.
Yeah, of course, because we have, like, there's prices.
Yep.
Good prices. 5,000 crowns to the winner. And then extra gear as well.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And you want to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. They want to win it. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the game. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you grabbed something to eat, something to drink, because you're gonna be sitting here with us in the stream for a couple of hours, I would say, because there's gonna be some great games coming up. But let's start off with the first picks.
Yeah, we can see NCR coming in the defense on the first Oregon map. Since it was Modion Gaming's pick what he wanted to play, it's gonna be they starting with the defense. Or I don't know, I think it was them who chose
Modion Gaming shows the map, which means that ends can show where they want to start. So they're going to start on the defense, starting in the basement as well. But we are going to see a good line of... I think this is something we saw from Modion Gaming a while ago, to be honest with you. We have Glass Lion, and we have Ying, Capitao, and we have Hibana. This is going to be one hell of an execute for these guys.
Yeah, it feels like they're going for like both the Lion pick that we have been seeing a lot of has been kind of meta coming in. I think we will be seeing that being played a lot. But as well, now with Glass coming in as well, it's going to be interesting of seeing them because Glass will be standing above. I think they're going for the southern point, and then you're going to smoke off, and then he will stand there and try to shoot everyone while they are planting and removing them from the sites. Since Capitao is there, we have some ranged smokes and the Jin that will be able to flash them really much away, which is going to be amazing.
Yep, so let's take a look at what is going to happen here. We do have the attack phase. Obviously, they're trying to drone out. They should know that they're down in the basement, obviously, but it's going to be a 5-man stack coming in from ends as well. So this execute that Modion Gaming is gonna be about to do. They have the Lion just to make sure that there's not going to be anyone. As soon as they're starting to get close, going in for the execute, whatever you want to say, they're going to pop the Lion scan probably, and they're going to be seeing if they have any sort of roamers. And I think Stiggy's on the same path there, but with a drone instead. So they're not going to be finding anyone roaming at least. Perhaps that gives a lot of information that there's going to be a 5-man stack down at the basement. There we go, Juggler. It's going to be able to pick out one drone, so that gives the information, and they will be running in, trying to get in position, I would say, to start going mayhem.
Where I can't really. I'm trying to see where all they have put down the castle walls, but I didn't see any. Are they all down below? Oh, there.
Yeah, oh, there we have.
Oh, there we go. Okay, they picked off that, so they don't want them to move around. So okay, I can see how they're going with this attack and this defense. I mean. So yeah, as I said, they're going to be going for this bomb plant. It's going to have a lot of help with that Capitao smoking off while this Glass is going to be able to stand up here and try to remove them when they are trying to kill him.
Yeah. Oh my god, here we go. And it's going to be a smoke as well. There we go with Glasses. He's going to be the first one to jump down. They pop the Lion scan as well. This is a good execute. Slevin finds the first one as well. It's going to be smoke falling down, so that is going to be preventing a lot. Stiggy finds the kill on the Juggler as well. They can't even go in for the push because Stiggy's there, but they managed to get the... they didn't manage to get the diffusers down either.
No, but there's only one at defense left. Since they go aggressively, it's going to be hard for them.
Though. Oh my god, it's Bracky though. Okay. Talked a little bit too much. Densu will be falling down though. They kill each other. Doesn't matter. Nice execute coming in from Modion Gaming. This is something we kind of predicted though. So just seeing the operator picks. Beautiful play. Capitao, Glass going in all together. We have Ying coming in with the flashes. Beautiful play.
Yeah, because they want to push a smoke at the same time as the Lion drones are coming out at the same time. You can't really do too much about it, and that gives Modion Gaming the attack advantage because they needed to wait for it and go for a retake instead, but they didn't want to let them to be able to plant the bomb. Since it was that early into the rounds, it's going to be hard for them to do a counter attack.
Yeah, definitely. That was a smart play coming in from Finland, picking up the first round as well. Now, though, we are going to... I just want to make sure that we pronounce it right. I'm not sure. Can we get the stats up real quick? Just to show the lineup from Denmark. Praki, Amunder Noise, Juggler, Satan, and Insane Dane is going to be the 5th player there. So you guys know who is playing for Denmark. You just wanted to point it out there since it was a little bit of an error there during the roster pictures section thingy.
Yeah, and Finland Nordic Gaming starts. They're choosing to go for Kid Stormtrooper upstairs here. They're actually blocking up a lot of exit ways. They're blocked off the what do you call it, the bridge, so they can't really come through there. They have opened it up from this side, but on the other side they can't really attack since they have put up the reinforcements there as well. They are trying to go for they're opening a lot of walls, so they don't want them to come from the walls. And I believe that even ends they were thoughting of them going towards bottom basement plant.
Yeah.
But they're not going for it since they're going Kid Storms. And this could throw ends a bit off guard since they don't have someone to push in with. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they choose to do this.
Yeah, and Finland does have the first round coming up, and they're setting up for a defense right here, having 2 down in the basement, which is going to be an interesting roaming part. It's going to be seeing how that is going to be working out against Denmark, I would say. I just wanted to point out.
I think the Finland could be, or Monion Gaming could be punished by this, since they have a call, they could be scanned that they are down there as well.
Yeah, that is a very good thing to keep your eyes on, obviously. And we see that Amunder Noise has already been pushing in, does have a small bit of angle. Not sure if they will be able to really go in for a peek just yet. Just want to figure it out and take a look at this. It's going to be Jakal scanning for any sort of footsteps, but they will be disappearing after a while, so need to be quite fast and obviously not being able to find anything just yet.
Yeah, and I do enjoy how ENCE is pushing this. Like, they're trying to get as much coverage as possible all around and try to see if they can find anything interesting. They haven't sent down any drones to the basement to scan out these players. Maybe the IQ has been spotted. Oh, they're not even down there anymore.
Okay, so there's going to be this roaming part coming in right now. They're going to be trying to come up from behind, but we do have IQ running back in. The question is if Dinsu will be finding that frag because they are very close to each other. The question is how this is going to be turned out. 4-on-5 situation is what we're seeing on the menu as well. Dinsu still with Jagger roaming around. Oscar Mosca finds a kill into Praki. Here we go. That should be a kill. Yes, definitely. Dinsu finds that. That was a successful roaming. Right now, it's going to be Jakal, Twitch, and obviously Hibana going to try to go in for the play there. But it's going to be Juggler preventing that push from happening 3-on-3. And I think that this is going to be soon enough. It's going to be a push coming in. Obviously, we do have Twitch having opened up the windows, I believe, as well. So it's got a little bit of... Ooh, that's not as... That at least shows reaction time, right? Either way, let's see now. 20 seconds left on the clock. That means that they're starting to have to push in. And oh my god, Stiggy, Oscar Mosca. Both of these guys finds the 2 quick frags. And then it's going to force it down to Jakal or Juggler being 1-on-3. In this situation, it's tough, especially with 6 seconds left, and he's going to be shooting into the bed. Sleben finds that frag after a little bit of a while, and that is going to be a successful defense coming in from Modion Gaming.
I don't understand how ENCE couldn't find Modion Gaming in the basement. Since they had a call, they could have gotten like a lot of information by that. But yeah, that's going to be 2-0 for Modion Gaming. Great play by them, letting them like move around like that and doing it. You don't usually have a call onto Oregon. So it's interesting seeing how they did choose to play out this play and everything like that. So congrats to them by winning that round. I did believe ENCE was going to take it.
Yeah, it quite looked close there, but at the same time, the roaming that was coming in from Dinsu was actually very, very good. He had a lot of patience, basically. Yeah. And that did do a lot. And take a look at this. ENCE is going to be picking basement once again. They're not going to be giving Modion Gaming an easy task. But at the same time, we can see the exact same setup from Modion Gaming. So it all comes down to now how ENCE... They should be expecting this execute, right? So Or perhaps not. I mean, they could have gone for a kid's dorm or whatever they want to go for. But
I believe that this is Molion Gaming's, like, how they want to play out with the operators on Oregon overall. Since you can go with this through the kids' dorm rooms, both the sides as well. Since you have a lot of utilities that can remove the vision and the glass that can help out with opening a lot of walls and still doing a lot of damage. And they can't move. Like, it's interesting because they want to push through the smokes or like try to do something about it, but it can't. I think the lion is there as well, and everyone gets glass vision then.
Yep, exactly. But let's take a look at this. There's gonna be the defendants, and at this point though, we are going to see Castle be roaming around, trying to figure out some. Well, going for the roaming part, I would say. I mean, he has 2 floors above as well, though. So the question is, how is okay? Jump down. So now it's just on the same floor as the attack is going to be. So,
but I think spotted him as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. So now they have the information about him. He can't catch that freaking drone.
They're like mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Yes, 100%. Whenever you're playing, you see that drone just jumping around. The only drone you can like literally kill rather easy, it's like the Twitch drone because it can't jump.
Yeah, and as well, that one is a hard one as well, since that is like the female mosquito that can bite as well. Draw some blood.
Yeah. Ooh, draw some blood. But here we go with a peek, with a good angle coming in from Amuder Noise, not being able to connect the shots though. Did a little bit of damage, but Sleben is not going to be taking that. He's going to be finding that frag eventually, and it's going to be forcing it down. Obviously, take a look at this creative angle once again from Glass. And I think they're getting ready for the execute. 1 minute 37 seconds left. And I think I just want to see what... Yeah, here we go.
Fire arrow?
Yeah, but is it going to be the execute? Yeah, it is. It is, for sure. The smokes are coming in. It's not much the smoke can do about this. He's in a bad position, and Lion Scan comes in as well. If they're starting to move, well, that is going to give away their position. Take a look at this. Oscar Moske in a very weird situation. A C4 comes in, but he's going to be taken down, so that means that C4 can't be deployed. But the diffuser, is it going down? Yes, it is, and it's going to be a 4-on-3. Take a look at this. Capital very down on very low HP, but the same goes for Jagger, is actually taken down soon enough. But there we go. Jackal. Oh shit. Okay, this is a fast round, but it's a beautiful execute once again. Modion Gaming is doing work. I kind of agree on you though. I mean, I kind of feel like they can play with these guys, these operators, basically anywhere, because you can't
do anything about it.
Exactly.
Like, this is like, if everyone is still alive and you push through a site, you can't do anything about it. That's the beauty of it. Like, yeah, if you push, the Lion is giving everyone X-ray. Yeah, and you're like wall hacking. And you can just kill everyone. That's the hard part. You have to like, this so hard to counter this. You have to like roam them when they are pushing in. You have to have someone above that can come down and kill them in the back or something like that. You have to be creative in how to counter this as well. Yeah, I mean, especially with Capital, you have Glass. That's a lot of smokes being deployed. You have Hibana open up the hatch. I mean, it doesn't really matter at that point. But it's just beautiful. And right now, as you can see, we are going to take a look at Modion Gaming going for the basement, sorry. And that is perhaps going to give them a free win point as well. Yeah, as we have been calling it, the basement is the free win point, which is more the defendants, like in the percentage way, as defendant you win it more. Modion Gaming is showing a hard task for us, since they have done it 2 times, won that attack round when they're going basement, because they have a beautiful playoff, like how they were playing it off. ANS is having a trouble at the first map so far. They have to start getting something together to be able to throw them off guard, and they have it now. They have a call that's coming in with the Capital and everything. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they choose to play everything out. They have the IQ and the Yakal. It's going to be showing them like where they're moving, where they put out all their electronic devices. Yep. So they're going to be seeing a lot. And we actually have a video that can be spotted by the IQ when he's going with his... what are you going to call it? Like
the cloak.
The cloak.
Yeah. ERC7.
Yeah, there we go.
If you want to be really complete. But there we go. Goes in for the pick. It's going to be Oscar Moscow with a great running gun situation. Finds that frag onto Praki as well and gives them a little bit of a tougher situation once again. This is just the roamers, though. I mean, the points are down in the basement. I'm not sure if they found a bomb yet. I'm thinking they should. Yeah, there we go with Hibana open up the hatch. So they should at least have the information about the point being down there.
And we have the Mira standing above here now as well, on the main floor, holding up and trying to see if they are pushing the south side. This is actually a thing that you can use as well to counter their own play, Montreal Gaming's play, by standing on there. And that could be something interesting. Maybe Ends can be using it the last round as well.
Yeah, but they're still in the top floor here, trying to get the two roamers out, and they're wasting a lot of time, to be honest with you. Soon enough, they're going to have to decide, let's just push on and take the chance, or perhaps go towards the bomb and try to go in for the defense instead. We can take a look at Sidon holding the angle right there. I'm not sure which of the two is in that room right now. They're doing a great job, though. It's going to be Dinsu finding the kill onto Joggler, which means that we have the Jackal gone. A 5-on-3 situation with 1 minute closing by. There we go with a great frag. Sidon finds the kill eventually, but Oscar Mosca has Vigil. Yeah, that is going to be our trade, and that's a beautiful trade as well. He's going to try to go for an extra one, and obviously that is going to be a little bit tougher because Insane Dane has been going for a trade down at the basement. I would believe Sampo has been falling down. He's trying to go for even more. Sidon is going to be falling back. At this point, it's going to be less than 40 seconds left. Insane Dane finds a second one as well. 2-on-2 situation. All of a sudden, take a look at Oscar Mosca's HP. It's not going to be much as well. So it's basically all comes down to smoke. Well, unless Vigil can do a really good job coming up from behind.
Yeah, and Stig is the only one that's down by the basement at the moment. Smoke, Vigil still think that someone is holding him when they're pushing down. So if they pushes this now, it's going to be 2 versus 1, and then Oscar Mosca. He's getting the information that he's alone at the moment.
Yeah, and here we go. Let's take a look. It's going to be a fast push, and there's going to be a kill as well. Beautiful play from coming in from Denmark right now, and they will be getting the diffuser down, unless Oscar Mosca, yeah, he's far back as well. He needs to really going for the kill. Are you kidding me? He gets the kill. Oh my God, Oscar Mosca with a great push.
That's amazingly that. That's on the second as well. Like. Can't pick it up.
Yeah,
can't do anything about it. Like, that's great communication, great play, and everything. And we're getting a tweet in here as well. Hashtag King of Nordic. Why is there no AVP in this game? Bliat. AVP Master 122. Well, you could call Glass's AVP AVP.
Well, you basically said AVP. So yeah. Glass Sniper is basically the AWP.
He doesn't do like full HP damage, but does a lot of the chunk of damage if you hit someone.
Yeah, definitely.
If you hit the head, they're dead.
Yeah, and at this point though, now we are going to see if Modion Gaming's tactic or strategy is going to work out, because at this point they are going to go for Kid's Dorm instead, which means that they can still use Capitao, they can still use Ying, they can still use Glass for the long distance. They have Lion. I mean, I think this is going to be working out. I mean, this is a
as I say, they have like, why do you choose this map? Because they have a setup that works, that no one, like, people usually don't play. We haven't been seeing people play with this on the King of Nordic at least, and I think it's so beautiful. I'm getting a little bit of a hard on because they're doing it so fine, and yeah, it's match point at the moment. So Ends needs to start winning rounds. So my honor bet goes in.
Yeah, and the thing is here is that, okay, so Ends did pick Kid's Dorm, obviously, but they still have one player roaming towards tower, and that is a player that I hope and I do believe that Modion Gaming is going to be trying to look for as a first kill, because they need to scan the area. They need to try to find it, even though they do have Lion, obviously, so they could potentially just go for this side, and as soon as they're starting to realize that, you know what, there's going to be someone roaming, they're going to have to fall back towards the site. That's when they can do the Lion call or Lion scan. And I think, God, Modion Gaming is playing such a beautiful Rainbow Six right now. But at this point, we are still taking our time. There's not going to be any frags, not even any damage dealt yet. Very slow into the round. Obviously, Finland wants to take it easy. They are up at match point, but at the same time, Ends, they are wanting to win some rounds now. So they're playing very carefully as well. A little bit challenging, I would say, but still very careful.
And the first kill come down to Sidon there, and then Jogler gets one. So both Capital and the gas is picked off. That's the main people of this. Now we have a Lion scan coming in, and they're trying to find them.
You know, and here we go with Slebin. It's going to be Dinsu finding a kill onto Praki. It's going to be a 3-on-4, looking good for N so far. But Finland is not going to be giving up just yet. Take a look at this juggler. Oh, there we go. That's a complete flash, and Slebin finds the frag. But he's going to be down on very low HP as well. So that's going to be a tough task for him to try to make sure it is going to be working out. Dinsu goes in for the frag, finds the kill as well. Beautiful play. Now, with this 3-on-2 pulse and Smoke, the only 2 remaining. And once again, Slebin finds the kill onto Pulse. Leaves Slebin, and ladies and gentlemen, this might be the GG on the first map. It all comes down to if Insane Dane, he's been performing really well last round, but he's not going to be managing to get this kill though. And that's going to be a walk in the park for Finland on the first game, 5-0. And that is impressive.
Yeah, Finland coming in and showing that they are here to stay, that they want to get into the final, and they are doing it tremendously well. This Modern Gaming lineup is so freaking beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. But they are going to face off against Ends once again. This is the best out of 3 for you guys, as you all know. And we did have a... I would say there was a convincing win coming in from Modion Gaming, for sure.
Yeah, they were showing that they had everything.
Yeah. So the question is, now that we're going to be going into Skyscraper, do you think they have some sort of an idea how they would like to play?
Yeah, of course. Like everyone, like these teams have been cracking all the maps. Even though some maps they've been cracking more, like Border, Clubhouse, Oregon, Bank, that has been playing a lot. Okay, Bank hasn't been playing a lot, but I wish it was.
I wish it was.
But these maps they have been playing so much. Oregon. Yeah. You can see the play coming out from them on Oregon. Like, that's amazing. Like, there's nothing more to say. Like, they have been practicing that for so long, and they have answer for it. This is like how they're playing with operators now. I believe that people out there should be looking at this and like, okay, guys, we should try it out, because how can you? It's gonna be hard. Like, if nobody comes from backside or above, defending from the top floor in the concert room, it's gonna be hard. Like the stage room, it's gonna be hard for them to defend it. And I did enjoy it. Like, it was great, Rainbow Six.
Yep, definitely. And we are going to go for the raffle winner, because we do have raffles going on in the chat, guys, for 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits. And the winner for the first one is going to be Red Eagle Official. Congratulations to your...
Congratulations!
Okay. Either way, I wanted to try something new. Either way, send us a whisper on Twitch, and you will be getting your code, man, and you can buy that beautiful skin of yours that you really like, or you can get an operator perhaps if you would like to as well.
Yeah, and something more. We actually have some more stuff to give away. We can start right away. So if you guys want to win some more 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, type !raffle in the chat over there in the corner.
In the corner, right
down
there.
Here.
Yep, and down there. That's when you type, and this is, yep, okay, guys.
And you see like your friends on the side, and yeah, everything. That's amazing.
Yeah, and you will be seeing me and Cromwell in the chat as well, so we'll be there. Either way, guys, we're gonna take a short break. When we're back, we're gonna take a look at Skyscraper. Still Modion Gaming versus Ends, but still Modion Gaming leads by 1 map.
Le illusioni sono fatali. Se vacilli, sei mio. Se sbagli scelta, sei mio.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second map coming up for you. My name is Cromwell, and my Twitter is Cromwell_. And I'm with me is my great, beautiful caster. It's Jesper Kreativ Sedendal, Kreativ CSGO at the Twitter. And I do like when you got that fresh cut last week, kind of started to look sexy. So the girls have been sliding down your DMs, I've been hearing.
Sure. No, it's been guys as well. No, I'm just kidding. Either way, we do have a tweet coming up here at hashtag King of Nordic when the intro is 15 minutes talking about laughter only on King of Nordic. yeah. I mean,
That's how we do it. Like, yeah, of course.
We're having fun. You gotta stay positive. If you stay positive, you live longer.
We're not going 15 minutes again with laughter, okay? Stop
But
it.
the thing is, like, with past... No, I'm just kidding. Okay, either way, guys. Skyscraper is going to be the next map coming up, and it's going to be Modion Gaming versus Ends.
Look at this map. Like, it's beautiful. Like, I would like to live here. Like, having this as a gaming house.
Yeah, gaming house
Having a
for sure.
flat
I
screen
mean, that would be cool.
on this wall over here.
That would be cool, actually.
Yeah. Doing it.
But
nice.
I'm not sure, like... If you take a look at the building per se,
Yeah?
it's beautiful, right? It's beautiful architecture.
Yeah.
Then you look around, it's like a big ass building here. It's like a glass building
We can
right
remove
here.
that. Photoshop. You just remove it. Like,
Not in real life, though.
we can...
There is Photoshop in real life, bro.
we can just pull up.
bring
We
it down.
can just get a green screen. Roll it down the whole way of that building. Instead of a green screen.
But that's gonna cost you, bro. But I mean, if you can afford this house, I guess you can afford all big ass.
Face contact me.
Wall. All right. Either way, face. Well, they're going to face off each other. Either way, that was a terrible joke. Skyscraper is the map, obviously, and we do have Modion Gaming leading by one map at this point. I'm not sure if let's bring up the playoff bracket because I would like to mention something for you guys. I want you to go on to our Twitter because we do have a poll right there that says, which game would you like to see next? Is it going to be Dream Team versus Egedal Esports or
Greek Gods versus Operator Select?
Exactly. So make sure to go on to our Twitter and vote for the match that you would like to see. Greek Gods versus Operator Select or a Dream Team versus Egedal Esports. In my opinion, I don't have an opinion. Either way, it doesn't matter which game because it's going to be four amazing teams fighting it out for a semi-final spot, which is going to broadcast it next week. Make sure to get that into your calendar. The semi-final, both semi-finals and the final.
And like I usually say, hashtag King of Nordic on Twitter and send some information, some love or anything for us, and telling your mother that you are on TV, like I usually say. And guys, we're loading in with some love into the game.
Yeah, and Skyscraper is going to be the game, and it's going to be the map. Wow, I'm so Swedish. All right, either way, guys, listen up. Modion Gaming leads by one map, so they only need to win this one, which is Enz's pick as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Enz has been practicing on this map before this.
Yeah, and actually they're starting to defense on this since they are didn't choose this map and they choose it. Modion Gaming decides where they want to start, and they are going for the upper left corner defense here. So it's a lot of defense. There's no plans here. That I'm not used to the names since I haven't seen Skyscraper them often. But we have Modion Gaming with the defense team of Castle, Pulse, Jaeger, Smoke, and Mira. It's a kind of interesting matchup on how they choosing to defend this with. We have the Castle that our caster likes and loved to play. And that's Castle for you. We have the Pulse that's going to be standing from the bottom side as well, going for the information. So throwing that CO4, trying to remove some. And if I remember correctly, we saw a Castle holding... He had his little man cave, which he was defending
man cave
last season, and that was amazing spotted how that was working out.
I actually believe it was in the qualifiers.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah,
I think because we talked to our great in-game camera operator Daniel, and we told him we wanted to see the man cave because that was cool. It was cool.
No. I'm talking about the man cave like last season. Since there was a castle that put down walls around a room and then sat there.
I literally think that was in the qualifier for the season.
No, last season.
Yeah, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Playoffs as well. But yeah, we have Ents that's coming in with the mountain. We have Buck, we have Hibana, we have Blackbeard and Sofia that's going for the attack. It's going to be interesting of seeing. They have 2 soft breachers and 1 hard breacher, and then we have the mountain here. He's coming in, and our admin loves me trying to spell his name in French. It's Montagne.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at Oscar Mosca, though. He's going to be able to scan at least 2 of them. Knows that there's one running around him, which means that he needs to go in for the push immediately. Mountain is there that forces him to fall back, which is going to obviously cause him to get out of his wanted position, at least. But let's see what is going to happen right here. Once again, Mountain is going to be going in for the information, at least. And this is obviously very good because that is going to force Ends into... well, actually, they're going very good right now. Insane Dane is going to be the one getting the first kill. Not only that, but it's going to be a trade from Densu. Nice frag once again. It's going to be forcing it down to a 4-on-4. Densu going mayhem at this point. He's going to be facing against Mountain. And take a look at that C4. Not gonna be a kill though, but at least it was a worth of attempt.
Yeah, and I did enjoy that they were picking off the pulls for the mountain, so he didn't get picked off. So I think he's going to be something big for this team and how they're choosing to attack this. So it's 4 versus 3 here now. We only have the mountain, Hibana, and Sofia left for this attack.
Yeah, at this point it's going to be a tough one. Obviously, Modion Gaming is holding a very good defense. The same goes for Densu, finding 2 frags into the round, which means that Blackbeard and Buck is going to be removed. Perhaps 2 very important operators, but they still have a hard breacher. They still have a soft breacher. Goes on by the name of Sofia. But Stigi finds the frag eventually onto Mountain. Here we go with the push comes in, and Hibana is going to try. Densu goes for the drop shot, not being able to connect the shots on that, but his trades goes back and forth, which forces us once again to 1-on-3, and at that point, it's going to be Bracky. Bracky not being able to do much about that round. Finds at least one of them, but Slebin, well, he's going to be the one taking it down into the first round, going Modion Gaming's way.
Yeah, and I didn't enjoy the defense, even though like the pulls did get picked off early there. They did like collect themselves and come back into the game. It was 4 versus 4, and after that, since there was a what do you call it, a counter kill? No.
Yeah, trade frags.
Trade frags. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. But now Modern Gaming is going for the attack here. They choose to go with Lion, since Lion is kind of a meta like we have been seeing this season. He has been nerfed though, so he only has 2 Lion scans, and they only work as long as you are moving. If you stop, it will get removed from you, so you don't show your position. But like it's going to be interesting in seeing how they will like apply him on to Skyscraper. As ends, they're going with the defense team of Pools, Jaeger, Ella. Frost is coming in here. It's going to be interesting of seeing. And we have Mira. So it's going to be interesting if we can see another Frost kills coming in with those traps, because those traps are devastating.
For sure. But it's interesting to see Modion Gaming, because we saw the first map. They had their way they wanted to attack. At this point, I'm seeing that they are going to switch out Capital and Twitch for Blackbeard and Buck. So they're going to keep, obviously, Hibana, Ying, and Lion. No, there was actually a Glass. I'm sorry. Capital and Glass being played. So they've been switching out.
There was no Buck left. Or?
No. They didn't have any Twitch. They went full in on the...
Then they've switched. Then Buck was with lineup last time.
No, he wasn't.
Capital Glass, and then we had Ying. No, we have Ying.
We had Ying, Lion, Hibana. Ying, Lion, Hibana.
And now we have Ying. We don't have Hibana. Yeah, we have Hibana.
Okay.
Never mind.
You're confusing everyone. I'm saying we've switched out. They switched out Blackbeard and Buck with Capital and Glass. So that is going to be basically the same setup for Modion Gaming at this point as well.
I'm not used to you having right, so it's gonna be
hard. Wow! Thank you. Thank you. I've been learning some stuff.
You're
Either way.
Pretty special.
I'm so pretty. So pretty.
Well, we're getting into the round as soon at the same time I'm touching his beard, trying to smoothing it out. And we have a Pulsar is getting some information. Stinky gets the first kill going over onto the Jaeger, but the Jaeger has already been placed, so he's not an operator that is like counted on since he has already used his devices.
Yeah, but it's going to be interesting to see where the frost traps are. I'm not sure if we can see anyone just yet, but obviously it's going to be by the windows. So if they're going to try to get in with that fast late push, which we saw on Oregon, I think that is perhaps the counter that Frost is going for. I'm not sure. Perhaps Frost would work out on Oregon as well. In like to be honest with you, I think they actually could.
I believe that Frost is one that you pulls off when you don't believe that they are ready for it.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
And we had a Frost trap there. If they want to push in fast, they're gonna be running over it.
Yep, but they still have the hard breacher. They still have Hibana that can come in and do some major damage. But at this point, though, we are closing in on 1 minute, the 1 minute mark, and we can see ends still only four players. Mira has been taken down to a very, very low HP, which means that he's going to have to be a little bit careful. C4 is going to be brought up, and it's not going to be enough for that pulse. Trying to go in for that frag instantly with that predicted C4, not being able to do any damage about it. And there we go with Sample. Great frag. He just goes around the corner, finds the frag instantly. And now with 40 seconds left, I kind of feel like Modion Gaming needs to hurry up a little bit, but they're very close. And there we go with them under noise. Finds a kill into Slebinets. Trade frags going around back and forth. The Lion Scan comes in, which means that Modion Gaming can start moving in if they would like to. But they're going to be holding angles as well, which is the tough part.
And they're opening up some of the walls as well now with the Hibana charges.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually believe that the C4 did remove some of the charges from the wall. And Steve gets the first kill there. It's 4 versus 2 now. It's only the Ella and the Mira left now.
Yep, indeed. There we go. He's going to be taken down. It's going to be all down to Mira. And there's not a lot of seconds left. Obviously, going in for the push. It's going to be a great frag coming in from Mira himself. But it's going to be Sampo with the trade. And it's going to be a second round coming in from Modion Gaming. Really going on in this game. And if this is going to be going this fast, I mean, we could perhaps do 3 matches today. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're not going to do that. Sorry, guys, for giving guys a little bit of hope. Either way,
but yeah, Modion Gaming are showing some cojones, and we're getting a Twitter from Little Dot. Hashtag King Road. Remember when I won a mouse mat a week ago? I didn't get any congratulations. Can I please have it now? Thank you. Well, Ems, here comes for you. Congratulations. 1 week ago. 1 week ago. Getting into the third map here, and we're gonna be having barbecue and kitchen as the spot where the bombs have been planted, and we have Ends that is going for the diffuser to try to diffuse this threat onto the world. Modion Gaming is going for a castle smoke, and we have Bandit, Jaeger, and Mira. I do enjoy this, like more of a normal setup and how they're choosing to do it. I feel like they are picking the castle, trying to make them move a sort of way where they don't want the attackers to come from. And I do enjoy them picking castle, like trying to get them into a nest of not pushing those walls. Even though we have a glass coming in that can move these walls actually kind of fast without even using any charges as a soft breacher. And we only have Hibana as a hard breacher onto An's team, since they have the mountain, Thatcher for the support for the glass, and we have Blackbeard and Hibana. It's going to be interesting of seeing that they pick Blackbeard and the glass coming in.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to figure out something to do, right? At this point, we've seen Ends. This is their map. They are going to figure out a way to get in towards the site. And I promise you, or at least hopefully believe, that they've been trying this sort of strategy before. So they have some sort of an idea what they want to do. So I'm trying to figure out how they're going to do it, though. Quite looks like they're going to be trying to hide behind mountain, perhaps. Glass is going to be the one going in for the peaks first. And perhaps finding a kill here soon enough. I mean, we do have, I think it's Oscar Mosca, right?
Yeah, we have a smoke. Yeah, he's the one that's behind the wall. And he doesn't know that he has a glass. He's outside waiting to try to take him out. If he goes with it, since he has a shotgun up there, it's going to be hard for him to get anything.
Oh, Oh my god, Oscar Mosca is the one getting that frag. That means the glass is going to be taken down. That is not a great start coming in from ENCE. Obviously, this is their map as well, so they are a little bit afraid about how they would like to play. And there's going to be Insane Dane. There we go. Denmark finally finds a trade. Goes in for a second one as well. Insane Dane is literally insane when it comes to these sort of shots. He really needs to go in and get these shots connected immediately, which is what he's doing right now, though. Modion Gaming only has 3 members to play with. Really close by, finds a kill. Nice job once again with the crossfire. And at this point, it looks very, very good for ENCE at this point. All comes down to Densu, and he's been doing work before, obviously, but in a 1-on-4, it's tough, especially when Joggler comes up like that.
And something that I saw just through the wall there with the X-ray that we have, I saw that the mountain was actually standing on the bomb as well. So try to get through there. It's going to be hard for you since there's a wall coming for it. It would have been fun if you jumped down and tried to go for it.
Yeah, we're going to go in for a rehost, ladies and gentlemen. Let's remember the scoreline.
2-1.
2-1. You can't say it like that. That really confuses me.
Why?
2-1. You need to say it like
2 versus 1.
2 rounds for Modion Gaming, 1 round for ENCE. You need to be like up front.
Sorry, we have Modion Gaming on 2 rounds, and then we have ENCE on 1.
Okay, you can answer this question because you actually love Castle.
Why play Castle on this map? ADD Hanks, sorry, my vision is very bad at the moment. I don't know why. I think I need good glasses. That's gonna be interesting seeing me with glasses. But why do you play glasses on this map? It's like they're trying to force the enemy team instead of like having them standing like. If you're a soft pitcher, you will remove the walls, of course, very easily by just blowing them up. But if you're not going with that many soft pitchers, it's gonna be hard for you to remove them, since you have to hit them 12 times. I mean, and they're trying to. If you think about it, the map is kind of open. There's a lot of ways you can go through to be able to get to the sites. So they want to corner some of the stuff out, so they make the map smaller. As attacker, you want to have as much map presence and moving away as much as possible, but as a defendant, you want to like narrow that down so they have to come from one way. And if they have to open something up for 12 times by hitting it, or like it's gonna blow up, that gives more information for you as the defendant, and you will get a lot of stuff going through that way.
Damn! All right, you sounded like a thick shade there.
Can I get hit a thick shady hit? Rap God.
Yeah, Rap God with the Castle.
Fat Eminem.
No, thick sounds a little bit more gangsta.
Yeah, but Fat Eminem, that's Slim Shady. The Eminem is Slim Shady. I'm Fat Eminem with Thick Shady.
Yeah. It was a really bad joke when it started with that. Either way, guys, I just wanted to mention one thing for you, and it's our bundle giveaway that we have on our Facebook and Twitter. What you need to do is jump on either platforms, and you will be finding all the information right there. But I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to show you what you can win. This is the bundle that you can win. Let's bring it up, the graphics. There we go. And what you can do is you can win 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, and you can win a Pulsefire FPS gaming mouse, Fury medium gaming mouse pad. What you need to do basically is you need to follow King of Nordic and HyperX on both of the platforms, like the post, and you can tell us why in the comment section. You can tell us why you want to win this bundle, and you need to use hashtag King of Nordic and hashtag HX Rainbow 6S. If you do all these steps, I know it sounds tough, but it's easy. It's easy. A very very easy task. I'm Swedish. Either way, do it, and you will have a chance to win a HyperX bundle.
And you're not even saying motivate anymore. You were going around it.
No, but you know what? You know why? You know why?
Why?
Because Boogie, or my co-caster on CSGO, he was like, he speaks English like.
He's from Ireland,
yeah.
So everyone knows.
So he was like, I get so frustrated when you guys say motivate. It's like, motivation for winning? What? I'm like, okay, so tell us why you should win instead. Because it sounds more. Okay. I sound less Swedish. Oh God! Oh, all right. We're having a blast here at King of Nordic, guys.
Well, we might have something new that just came out, by the way. I don't know if production is ready for this. Since we're waiting for a rehost. That is
I do not believe they're ready for it.
Are they ready for it?
I do not believe they're ready for it, no. So, I mean, the thing is they're not ready.
It could be cool to just throw it out there.
It would be cool.
It was like something... I'm just gonna say, guys.
Okay, you
cue the music, maestro. Well, there it goes for you guys. That's one of the new operators that video actually came out 18 today. Like, okay, 1810 was a little bit less, but that is a new operator for you guys. He's called Maestro. I actually don't know what he does yet because I
mean, does he clean up?
Clean up?
Does he wash up?
Huh?
Does he brush up?
Maybe.
So you're saying he does nothing? The boy does nothing.
I wanted to go with you on that.
You actually... all right. That was actually kind of fun. All right. Either way. All right. All right. So we're missing one of the players in the lobby, and then we're going to be loading in. It says 2-1 in the scoreline on Skyscraper, but in maps... There's Modion Gaming going for that W, and we are going to be jumping straight into the game. Oh, wow. All right. We're going to be jumping straight into the game.
Right into the game.
Okay, we're going to be loading into the game. We're going to be jumping into the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Denied. There we go. It was a 1 second delay. That's why, because we have our sound. Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Modion Gaming with 2 rounds ends with 1 round. And obviously, we did have a little bit of a rehost there, but we're going to see the same sort of setup. And we do have ends on the defense. Ends on the defense.
And they're going for the
We're having a great time, guys. Just so you know.
Yeah, we're having a great time. Hopefully, you guys at home have a great time as well. Since we got Modion Gaming going for the attack, they're going with that lion pick, which I do enjoy. And Skyscraper is a pretty big map, so we're actually going with the Cal onto this attack. And now this is the Chi room that we're going to see here. It's going to be interesting to see how they choose to attack. It's the upper left corner once more for ends. And we can see that the defenders decided that they're going for the same setup once more with the Mira, Jaeger, Frost, and Bandit and the pools. And I'm not going to say Enda anymore. But yeah, that's going to be amazingly. Now it smells snooze all the way over here.
Yeah, and not only that, guys, but I just want to remember while we do have the setup phase, use hashtag King of Nordic. I can see you guys a little bit there in the Twitch chat. Use hashtag King of Nordic, send in your tweets, and you can tell everyone. We want to know as well. We can't be sitting and looking at the Twitch chat. You know, we're casting, we're looking at our screen. We want your tweets up on the screen because your tweets are lit.
How are they sending tweets in the chat?
They're not. I'm saying I can see you guys in the chat. I would like you to send a tweet.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now I understand, yeah. I thought you were like hacking and stuff, like merging
no.
Twitter and Twitch together. No. But yeah, they're going actually for a lot of, something that we see a lot on this map so far is the droning. The droning has been very good so far from both teams.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of presence and trying to see where everyone is. And I think this Yakal pick could be nice there since they have a Jaeger on the run. And I actually think that the Frost is out running as well a little bit.
But if we're taking a look at this, the angle, that is a beauty of a play. Look at this. Insane Dane gets the first one. He wants to go for a second one as well, but he knows that it's going to be dangerous to do that. But that means that Jing has been taken out. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more of a tough task at this point because the line scan is coming in as well. We're not going to be able to move, and that is going to be the problem for it. Obviously, Frost is going to be falling down Oscar Mosca with a great frag. Yeah, and then you know that Jaeger is somewhere here as well. So I think that Jakal is coming here soon. Yeah, the Jakal scan has been coming out as well. So they have some information where the player is. I think that there's a little bit... Oh, there, yep. Denied. Oscar Mosca and Stiggy, though. With the 2 kills, Pracky finds a trade before that, but a 3-on-2 situation is going to be on the menu for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Grab something to drink and eat. And obviously, we're going to take a look at this. Picking up the diffuser is going to be Densu. Going in for the attack soon enough, I guess. He doesn't really look like he has anybody there to help him out. Not right now, at least. It's going to be Stiggy, and it's going to be Oscar Mosca starting to move in. He just needs to drone himself out a little bit there. It's going to be Mira Pracky on the site, obviously behind the shield, but also has the window right there. But I think it has been opened up.
And we're looking at right here, like we can see now the drones are coming out again. Since modern gaming is 3 versus 2, I mean. I'm going to say it the right way. So they need to get as much information as possible. And the window has been open, so it's going to be hard for the media to peek out through the door. Now the lag scans comes in.
Yeah, with this 3-on-2, that means that the defenders can't move, and they did. That is going to be caught him. I'm Swedish. Stiggy finds the frag. It's going to be 3-1, and Mira is going to be the only one remaining. Pracky got this at least the first kill, not the second one, though. That might be a tough task. Ooh, Densu has been trapped with one of the frost traps. That is a beauty, but Ash slowly but surely starting to move in from behind. Oh, God, this could be a very close game. And goes in for the frag, and that's going to be a 3rd round coming up for Modion Gaming. Playing it beautifully, but the thing is, I think ENCE is starting to get a hang of how Modion Gaming is playing, because they're starting to get these first sort of frags. You need to go in for the roaming, you need to stand still, you need to stand still, you need to hold your position that at least.
And here is a tweet coming in from Nabilo557. Hashtag HX Rainbow6S. Hashtag King of Nordic. Once I will be using a pro mouse, this will be the time for it, I guess.
Yeah, this will be the time for it. Yeah. It will for sure. You can win it for free. All you need to do is using hashtag HX Rainbow6S with a number 6, obviously. Hashtag King of Nordic. And you find all the steps on Twitter and on Facebook. It all depends on where you would like to go. But at this point, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 3 rounds, as we've been talking about. Modion Gaming on the defense part of it now. And ENCE has been picking Ash, Thatcher, and Blackbeard, Hibana, and once again we are going to see Mountain.
Yeah, and the mother play is kind of interesting, like how they are defending it. We saw last time when he was standing there defending the bomb before they go the other way around. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going for the same play. I do enjoy that when they're doing it, and it's going to be interesting. Like, it's going to be interesting if he gets the opportunity to be able to stand guard once more. As we see here, Castle is moving around, putting up all his walls and trying to like inflate them where as I said before, where the enemies are coming from, or if the enemies are not coming from there, if they want to come from there, they are blowing up the walls. They know which way it's going to be. It's going to be interesting as well, seeing if we can get a nice post plays coming out, because we haven't seen anything so far.
Yep, and we did get a correction. Dansu is not pronounced Dansu; it's pronounced Densu.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah, I've been saying it wrong, so I'm just pointing it out there. I did a mistake.
I remember it was something with his name, and I didn't remember what was. But I remember I didn't think it was Densu, but it was Densu. Densu. We're Trelleborg Solar for you, sir.
Yeah, and let's take a look at this round though. It's gonna be the action phase starting. This is a I wouldn't say it's a must-win round for ENCE, but they are going to have to start getting rounds now in order to make sure to get back into the game. And I think they are going to start off quite early. It's going to be Densu going in for the kill here towards against I think it was, I'm not sure who. I think it was Mountain, right?
Yeah,
quite look like it.
That's corner, yeah. And now Mira actually knows which way he is from.
Yep, exactly. But there will be a little bit of a tough task happening, because take a look at this. It's gonna be one frag getting in here, and it's gonna be Stiggy. Once again, still Mira in that situation. It's going to be Castle on half HP, but Densu is going to be at least finding a kill here. Pracky is going to be falling down. That's a very important kill for Finland. Once again, want to just run over their opponents, but there's going to be a trade frag.
Yeah, and interesting. So, like, they're actually, Modern Gaming is actually, it feels like they're respecting the ENCE defense at this time. Like, you're not going to be throwing it away.
No. Exactly. Take a look at this mountain in a very good position. Stiggy slapping Stiggy. And they're trying to go in for more. And it's going to be Stiggy finishing it off. 4 kills in that round, I believe it is. Or at least 3 of them. But a beautiful play. And that is going to mean it's match point, ladies and gentlemen. Modion Gaming showing dominance here in the first quarterfinal. And if they win this one, obviously they are through to the semis. And they can go back to pracking and making sure that, you know what, we are going to get this one going. But it's going to be 1 round away, and ends, they have everything to lose here.
I love that I said it the wrong way. I said that this Modion Gaming is respecting N's defense, but it's all the way around. N's is like, they didn't want to pushing forward until they had an advantage, and that was caught them off guard.
Yeah.
Oh, we can see that Doctor coming in and the Echo, and they're going for the barbecue kitchen as the defendant wants more here, Ends. And we have they're switching up. They didn't do this before. It was Modion Gaming that has done doing this one, and Ends has been doing 2 times in the tea room. So it's going to be interesting seeing how they are going to defend it, because it was Modion Gaming did it from upstairs a little bit, and it's going to be interesting seeing if Ends choose to do it the same around. And they have Echo actually mute coming in as well, and the Doctor. So going to see that Doctor can help out with getting a revive from a long distance as well.
Yep, indeed. 10 seconds until we're going to see the action phase and seeing Finland, who has been very, very strong on the attacking part of it. But is this going to be enough? That is going to be the question. 1 round. It all depends on if Finland wins this one. That is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. But Ends not going to be given up just yet, obviously. This time, there's time. It's their time to shine right now. Basically. Yes. I agree. Okay, so 4-1 is the score line, and Dentsu is going to be going up, obviously, just to get in position. Obviously, they have some sort of a strategy how they would like to tackle this situation. Putting out a Claymore. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. There we go.
There we go. Dentsu having some... He has wanted it in the right direction if someone shoots from outside. And Juggler is actually close by. So if he moves out, he can do it. Oh, we have the C4 throw here soon enough. Doesn't connect any damage onto the Modion Gaming player who was out there. I do believe it was Hibana that's standing out there as well.
Yep, indeed, not a single damage. Yakal has been taking a little bit of damage. But if that's enough, well, that is a question. Take a look at that. A beautiful shot comes in from Amuder Noise. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but it's going to be at least Echo. It's going to be playing Echo. And then now with this 4-on-5 gives a little bit of hope, obviously, to Ends. And that, take a look at that. It's going to be a trade frag instantly. Oscar Moska finds that frag in stairs. But it's not going to make it life easier for Ends, because they need to win this round.
Yeah, and I do enjoy Oscar Moska's, like, his aim is always on point. He feels like he's winning every aim duel.
Yes, I totally agree with you. But at this point, though, it's gonna be it's not gonna be easy. Even though you can land all the shots, you need to sort of find the angles, because you can't see everything unless your name is Stiggy. He can find Pracky all above. But that is going to be a beautiful kill as well, forcing it down to a 4-on-3, which means that we do have Doc, we do have Mute, and we do have Bandit left to trying to defend against the 4 really strong players, especially with a Lion Scan, which means that they can't move. And I'm not sure if Juggler was noticed there for a half a second, but it doesn't matter, because he's going to get noticed even though Stiggy finds the frag, knows that there's a second one right by his side. Question is if it's gonna be the push completely flashed inside there. We're gonna be
everyone is flashed at the moment, and I do enjoy like how they are playing everything.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're taking it so calm, but take a look at this. Bandit comes in with a knife, gets the frag, but there's going to be trade immediately. Denja finds the frag on the Satan, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the GG of tonight for the first quarterfinal, which means, ladies and gentlemen, Modion Gaming is through to the semis.
An amazing plays by them, very convincingly winning that, and did some amazing plays. They were like a plow going through it all, even though Ends did get 1 run though into it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was a worth a try. It was a really good attempt, but Modion Gaming wasn't that a little bit stronger team. Obviously, had a little bit of a toughie there. Ends in the beginning of the first map, 5-0, but managed to do something. They managed to start read their opponents. That's the thing. Like, they started to read them, got the frags, but it wasn't enough to close the rounds.
Yeah, they were coming back into it, and it was close matches. Like they got the bomb planted there, which was amazing from him in the last round. So it kind of couldn't have gotten all the way around, but Dansu was very ready for it. And here we can see the roster. Monon Gaming goes to semi-final. They're going to play off Vermitoffler or Endurance Gaming. But guys, don't forget to go to our Twitter and go for the poll there and choose what game you want to see next. The Dream Team versus Egedal Esport or Greek Gods versus Operator Select. And you guys are the one who's choosing this, since we can't be sitting here for, like, if we have been every match, it could be up to 6, it could be
12 hours.
12 hours of gameplay. Which
we don't mind.
We don't mind, but
we need to sleep.
yeah.
Basically. Either way, we're gonna be giving out the raffle, and obviously the raffle for 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits for you guys. And I believe we do have a winner, and the winner is Nixer DK. Congratulations. Okay. Either way, hit us up with a whisper on Twitch, and we will get you the code that will give you 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits in Rainbow Six.
And guys, since this is gonna be, I don't know how long this commercial is gonna be.
Oh, we're gonna take a short break at least. It's a little bit of a longer break, but
so we're gonna start another raffle for them.
You know what? Actually, yeah. Let's do that.
It's gonna be something amazingly. That's not gonna be 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits. It's gonna be a HyperX Fury large gaming mousepad. The only thing you have to do is !raffle in the chat on to the left of me, and you guys, or for you guys, it's gonna be right on me, and you guys can win this. So type raffle now, because this is a beauty of a mousepad, guys.
Definitely do that! !raffle in the chat. We're gonna be taking a break so I could go to the bathroom. You can grab something to eat, drink. You guys can do the exact same thing when we are back, though. We are going to have a game. You guys decide which of them. Go to our Twitter and check out the poll that we have there. Is it going to be Greek Gods versus Operator Select, or is it going to be Egedal Esports versus oh my god, blackout. Can we get the playoff bracket, please? There we go. Dream Team. Sorry. Dream Team versus Egedal Esports or Greek Gods versus Operator Select. We're going to be taking a break right now. And when we're back... I did
enjoy that you were asking for the bracket instead of asking me.
Okay, well, you could have just jumped in. Either way, we're going to take a break. When we're back, we do have a game for you guys. Another quarterfinal. And we're going to update you guys on what's happening in the other games.
So see you soon.
All right, guys, welcome back. Once again, we've seen the first quarterfinal, and it is...
Oh. Where did he go?
What? Oh, okay.
Once again, switcheroo, dude.
Switcheroo. Okay, so I know the meaning
You have been
of
pranked.
I actually know the reason why you are here. Yeah, bro.
Do you? You have some insider
just need to-
information.
We're gonna unleash you.
Unleash the beast. Unleash the cronk.
Either way, my name is Jesper Kreativ Sedendal for you guys. Obviously, we have Lovrodén, Esen Jurani on Twitter.
AKA Budget Kickstar.
Budget Kickstart, yeah. Exactly. We're going to be the one casting for you guys the next upcoming best out of 3. And we haven't really had a result just yet, I believe. Or at least not me, I don't know.
No.
Perhaps you know?
None of us really know yet, because it's like the poll is still going, so we need you to go in and vote.
Oh, it actually
until
just
it
ended.
just ended right now. So I mean, we don't need you to go in and vote. Hopefully you already did that.
All right, so we are going to I think we did get the result.
Yeah, that was the result. That was the
Okay,
result. We're gonna
so-
see the dream team versus Egedal Esports.
Yes, indeed. Quarter 3 is going to be the game that we are going to be casting. And take a look at quarter number 2. Vladimir Toffler versus Endurance Game. The two Norwegian teams 1-1 in the scoreline.
Dang, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
it's actually not too surprising. I think those teams are one of the most equal matchups that we have today. Modi did some really nice plays. You and Cromwell casted that perfectly. Very nice.
Ooh.
And they were
Ooh.
doing some really nice droning. Some really nice work
I
from
like the
both
casting
sides.
part.
Yeah, both the casting and the players. Fine work.
Oh, God.
Fine work
I
indeed.
thank you. And you didn't get the reference either, right?
No.
You didn't get the reference to, like, you know, he does nothing, the boy does nothing. Part.
Oh, all right. I still don't know that song.
Okay,
So no.
okay. It's
He's bad, man.
boring.
Something that doesn't do nothing though is like there has been some major releases going on throughout this week, and until a couple of minutes ago, now it's actually more than some minutes ago. It's like 1.5 maybe. 18
a minute ago.
Yeah, a minute ago, 1.5.
minutes.
When I was looking at it, there was a couple of minutes ago, but now it's more like an hour or two. We got some the last set of major spoiler, I guess you can call it, for the new new season coming up here. Set in Italy this time instead of I think we can say that the outbreak was set in the US, even though we got an operator from Russia and one from France. But
All right.
the theme of it was still in the US. Zombie breakout. Never heard that before. That was new and fresh. But this time, lo and behold, they were aliens. So alien zombies. It's kind of like we need a new concept from Nazis now. So now we do alien zombies instead to kind of go spin-off, I guess.
I mean, it could work. It's not like it's.
I mean, it
not,
did.
Yeah. I mean, sure, it did. It's working out. I mean, it's not like. I mean, they can have their creative minds, so to speak.
Yeah.
And it's working out at least. But yeah, you are here to rant about the
The new stuff, not the outbreak. The outbreak
Yeah,
is
exactly.
It's soon past. Even though Lion is still, I would say, fairly strong in the professional play meta. Finka haven't really gotten a spot to shine, even though she's a very good pub stomper though.
Yes.
She's incredible in pubs. I was actually surprised that she wasn't picked up more by the pros, but I guess it's because you already have such established spray control. You already have that very quick know-how of when to ADS around the corner, when to push, what angle do you want to hold. So just boosting that with a little bit of HP when you're going up against people that always hit head anyway, maybe wasn't really that much of an advantage anymore.
So if you could see a buff to Finka,
I like the problem is though.
What would you like Finka to be able to do?
So they were talking about what they did to Finka and what they didn't want to keep, because initially the Finka buff was actually also a speed buff, but they saw that now the speeds are so far apart, like it's so divided how fast the 3-speed and a 1-speed is, so even that is gonna get like shortened down, like the distance between them is gonna get closer. So all 3-speed operators are gonna go a little bit slower and all 1-speeds are gonna get a little bit faster. So just boosting then like maybe 2 or 3 speeds on attack with that, and like increased ADS, lowered not lower rate of fire, but lowered recoil as well. It was just too much. So they took the whole speed aspect away of it, and because it was kind of a meme going on within the development team of the 4-speed Ash, and all of a sudden it kind of became true, and they just realized that this is not working out. So I don't think we will see a Finka buff.
Okay.
Because I think it would be too hurtful to every single like queuing experience, because as soon as you have something that is that strong whenever you play pubs, it's gonna ruin the game for everyone but the professional players. And I don't think like Ubisoft hasn't shown a tendency to do that. Like they kind of try to balance it mostly for the professional players. They recognize whenever there's a problem within the pro play scenes. For example, when Ella was picked in every single defense round for like a whole season or two.
Yeah.
They realized the problem, they nerfed her and nerfed her and nerfed her until they saw like when it kind of went stable to there were some other picks than Ella within the defense squad. So it's good. It's good. I don't think she will see a buff though.
Okay, so no buff for Finka, but we do have some new stuff that has been brought into the game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take a look here, because we do have another map, and it's called Villa. Yep, and at this point, let's bring some music in the background. And when we have that now, since we have that now,
This cozy library area for the educational stream.
let's unleash Luva.
Unleash the beast. So from the bat, what you can see seems to be a fairly closed map, like closed as in a very small map compared to some of the other maps we have right now. The latest map we got in the game so far is now Tower, since they didn't really work out a new map when it was the Outbreak, because you got the whole secondary game mode, which in my opinion was a success. Tower, they wanted to do something that they haven't really done before. They wanted to have spawns for the attackers where they were guaranteed never going to be spawn peaked. However, it kind of backfired a little bit, because they went around it in such a way that the different ways you went into the map after you spawned was still some of the most hard angles to kind of approach, and it forced out a lot of droning for a lot of like pubs in queue now. So the map wasn't really received that well from a lot of players, because it's a little bit tricky. It's pretty much a big maze in 2 floors with a bunch of entrances, but pretty much no one on them to any sort of good point. So instead of having spawn peaks, for example on Consulate, because I think that's where one of the biggest problems are, Consulate and Oregon, which was 2 of the most favored maps in pro play at the time. Yeah. Both of them have some really, really good spawn peaks for the defenders, which made it so that the attackers never really wanted to spawn from that side, unless you really had it droned out and want to go for the battle. So they acknowledged that problem yet again, designed Tower. It was ill-received, but from what I've seen on this map, one of the first shots on Villa, you can see this sort of little maze, and it really looks like one of the attacker spawns onto a sort of balcony area. So they're doing this sort of thing that they allowed the defenders to have some sort of spawn peak, because it really looks like the defenders can get out to that little plateau or the balcony area. Yeah. But they also give sufficient enough cover for all of the attackers to not get instantly peaked. And I think that's a much better way to go around it. So you might want to have those spawn peak battles, or you might want to feel out your opponent. Am I good enough to actually take these aim duels with my opponents, or am I not? Instead of just completely trying to remove them and then have it backfire that the sites were too hard to take.
Yeah. Well, that is going to be at least the new map, and for me at least, looks very, very impressive, and I love the way that they've done the map. And obviously, I'm not sure when we are going to start seeing it, though. You can start playing right now,
I think most of the released, or the full sort of release for, I guess you can, it's not spoilers, but all of the information about it is going to be between the 19th and 20th on the Pro League.
On the Pro League, yeah.
So that's when we're gonna get all of the information. I assume we get all of the dates for when it's released, but I would assume it's around June/end of May, because that's when the new season should be rolling in.
Okay.
And it would make sense, a lot of sense, to see the map and the operators coming with that.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the new map. We've shown you guys about new operators. And obviously, we do have you have some shout out to do.
Yeah, because we've announced the game that we're going to be streaming. But if you want to see the other games, it's at least a percentage of you voted to see the other game. We have this fine gentleman here streaming it for you. It's Yentech_R6 who's going to be streaming it. So that's his stream.
And casting, yeah.
Yeah, and casting. So this is someone we condone. He has all of our support and everything to cast and stream this game.
Yep.
So if you want to watch maybe both or just like one or the other, go to his stream. He's a lovely guy, and he will be streaming the other game if you're interested in seeing how that either progresses or if that's your favorite team to watch.
Yeah, indeed. So make sure to do that. You can have both of the screens open if you would like to, or if you just want to see one of the games, obviously, as he mentioned, just go into that stream. Right here, though, we do have Dream Team and Egedal Esports Finland versus Denmark coming into this. So let's take a look at the rosters for both of the lineups and see which of these 10 players is going to be 5 players and winning the going to the semifinals. First of all, though, it's going to be Harold, Janitir, Asad Sharaka, Jesus Morientes, and McLovin. And it's going to be the team from Finland. We've seen these guys before. One thing that I can notice is that these guys, well, first of all, what we saw from the previous game, so to speak, is that these guys can frag. But if you take a look at these stats, it's not like it's not like very impressive, obviously, but at the same time, when it comes in game, kind of feels like there's a whole nother team from this from what it says on the stats.
I mean, yeah, like if you look at just like the KD, the HS percentage for kills, as you say, it's not really something that stands out. But on the other hand, first of all of them has very similar win rate, which kind of tells me that they're playing a lot together even when they're queuing. Which probably not probably, but I would like to say that builds a stronger team bond.
Yeah,
because when you're at this level, maybe you don't have scrims to play, because the pro scene is still sort of small within Rainbow Six. There's not a lot of established pro teams. There are teams that come and go, and a lot of rosters swapping all the time.
Yeah.
So this is probably one of the best ways for like tier 2 or up and coming teams to start out their team synergy, just to play 5-man stack queues. And this tells me that they do a lot. And it also kind of shows on their operator that they have some support players thought out and some players that are supposed to be the one fragging, which makes it for it seems to be a very organized and very stable team.
Yeah, indeed, and they are going to be facing off against Egedal Esports from Denmark. And these guys, well, they have been outperforming their opponents as well. Had a little bit of a tougher time, obviously, because they went in on the lower seed. But it's going to be contained by Nikin, Asian, Zario, Jinxed, and Hippo. It's going to be the 5-man stack. And if we're taking a look real quick here on the KDs, we can see that we have somewhat similar setup, I would say. But one guy that sticks out a little bit extra is Zario.
Yeah, and this is also one of those teams that they are established. They are already in an organization, so we know that they will have some team play to back up whatever they're trying to execute. And Zario is one of those people we've seen going in very hard on fragging. What's interesting though is that he's favoring operators that might play a little bit more of a after plant or a anchor role, which is so kind of unusual to see a anchor with a high KD.
Yep.
Because usually an anchor is like your last line of defense, or maybe the one that takes that sneaky person trying to plant, while the sort of roamers are usually the ones you see with a lot of like a high KD, often a very high headshot to kill ratio. But in this case, it seems to be Zario, which might play an anchor role in this lineup. He might also play more of a roaming role, but we'll see that later on to the game. He might be playing a roaming rook. It's not unheard of, but it's not as common as maybe a roaming Jäger that we see on both Asian and Jinx style.
Yep, exactly. Now, though, ladies and gentlemen, we just got some information. We have an update in the bracket, and that is going to say Endurance Gaming obviously is going to walk through, but it says 1-1 before. But okay, either way, 2-0. 2-0 is the scoreline, and it's going to be Endurance Gaming winning the game, and obviously is going to the semifinals, facing off against Modion Gaming next Wednesday. You don't want to miss that, especially now since we saw 2-0 maps for both of the teams. That is going to be very interesting. Obviously, now though, we do have Dream Team versus Egedal Esports on this channel, and we do have the two other Danes operators select, and oh my god.
And oh my god.
What was the name of the other team? Greek gods. There we go. They're making it so awkward for me when I forgot. I'm so sorry, Greek gods. Anyway, so they are going to be streamed on Gentek's channel, Gentek_R6. So make sure to check that out if you would like to see that game as well. Now, though, let's take a look at the veto, and we're going to have 4 bans.
4 bans and 2 picks, and
2
then
bans,
1 designer.
1 designer.
Yeah.
Exactly. So let's see. Dream Team is going to be the one banning first. And they are going to away with Bank immediately,
first.
which means that Crowell is going to be happy at least.
Or sad. I don't know. Maybe
He's going to be happy
that
because
he doesn't miss the opportunity to cast it.
Exactly.
There we go.
Last time he was quite jealous, actually.
Quite jealous. I'm interested though, like seeing, because I am really surprised that all of our teams in King of Nordic has favored banning Bank, like as a first, maybe 3rd or 4th ban. Yeah. And I'm not sure if it's because of the teamwork that is required for some of the points to work out, especially as an attacker and a defender. For example, the server is very, very hard to take without some really good teamwork and some very good Monty players. Yeah. And that might be the case that we see Bank banned a lot, because all players might not feel comfortable trying to fill the roles that they might have to fill in order to play that in a very structured and like well thought out manner. Yeah. Which instead then makes Bank a very open map that requires either a lot of roamers or anti-roamers, and that might just be too much. That's just... For sure. For sure. I mean, Bank is a big map. But now, though, Egedal comes in with their first ban on Consulate. Dream Team with their second ban on Oregon. Cafe is going to get banned as well from Egedal Esports, which is going to be the first pick now from Finland on Dream Team. And they are going to decide to start the game off with Border. So that is going to be, obviously, we've seen Border a lot. Yeah. It's not really unexpected, I would say. No, but it's going to be interesting to see the second pointer from Egedal. If it's going to be, perhaps, we have seen Skyscraper. We have. But in my opinion, it will be interesting to see Chalet at this point. Yeah, Chalet. Hey, there we go. Chalet's not a bad map. And I really like this pickup by Egedal. It's one of those maps that is a little bit weird to how you want to place out your defense tactics. Yeah. Because once again, it's one of those triple floors, so you might want to have some sort of either top hold or like you can give that up to the opponents on some of the points without having too much of an awkward situation going on. But at the same time, a lot of teams favor to have that in order to not have to peek those angles. Yeah, that's actually true. But it's close corner as well. I kind of feel like that is it's a complicated map. But I think Egedal's Esports is going to be surprising us, perhaps picking that map. Either way, Dream Team banning Skyscraper. Now Egedal Esports is going to decide which is going to be the last map. Clubhouse or Coastline? It's going to be. Surprised it wasn't. Oh, it is going to be Coastline. I was going to say it's surprised it wasn't Clubhouse, but there we go. Coastline. This is very nice. Two maps that is very fresh. Yeah, and not only that, but this is quite interesting. We haven't, to be honest with you, we haven't seen a lot of Clubhouse this season. No, we have not. And I'm quite actually surprised about that, because we've seen Oregon, obviously. Border has been like part of the, you feel comfortable with the new meta and everything. But Oregon, also a little bit in the dark, I feel like. Obviously, it's more like Border on Oregon. But Clubhouse, I mean, what happened on that? Because in the season 1, we had like, oh, this is going to be a 3 map, so we're going to have this see all season. Yeah, I think it's because last time we were doing a stream, like season 1 of our stream, we had what we've been referring to as the old meta, where we had a very strong, a lot of glass picks. Ying, when she still had smokes, was picked a whole lot together with either a Capitao or someone else backing up with smokes. Maybe, not always, but you almost always had those 2 operators going in. And then some sort of support, maybe a Monty, maybe a Thermite in order to open up some walls. And that meta was... We saw that almost across the board in some sort of form for all of our teams. But this season, season 2 for our stream, We are coming into a meta. Hey, Krumalis Bay. I'm so sorry, Harold, I almost called you, but it's me this time. Sorry to disappoint.
Bad,
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad.
But yeah, I think that the new meta kind of favors those maps for the attackers, which makes a lot of the team ban them. For example, both Clubhouse and Oregon are two very, very good roamer maps for the defenders, because you can really get out on the map with some insane angles to where attackers might want to come in from. And that just makes it very hard for the roamers now that Lion is a thing, like both Lion, Yakal, and Dokkaebi. And it's either an answer to that we don't really want to play those operators.
Yeah.
So we are going to ban those maps because we don't really want to try to play defenders into our opponents if they can do that well. But we don't really want to pick up those attackers either, which makes it so that we don't want to play that map at all because we don't feel confident in the new meta on that map. So then you go for these maps that kind of are a little bit in the dark but still works out for a lot of comps and is, in my opinion, kind of favored pub maps if you play them.
Yeah, definitely. And we do have a tweet here coming in from Modion Gaming. We qualified to King of Nordic semifinals. GG's to ends. Yeah, for sure. Good game. It was sure as hell a good game. A little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, you played very well. And you are going to deserve your spot in the semifinals. The same goes for Endurance Gaming. Right now, though, ladies and gentlemen, Dream Team versus Igral Esports starting on border.
And straight away we see some droning. Yeah, at least Harold is droning out right now for the rest of the team. The rest of the team is kind of playing a little bit slow, which is very good, very good. You don't really want to go too hot and heavy in until you have a lot of vision or a lot of control over the map. So this seems to be a very, very good and strategic way of it attacking. Always going at least 2 or 3 together with some drones. Just makes it for a very lovely team play. You won't be picked off easily.
Yeah, indeed. Right now, the action phase has begun. The first map for these two teams to fight it off for a semi-final spot. And at this point, we can see that already Dream Team has started to move in. They're not going to be giving a lot of room, so to speak, a lot of time to Igral Esports to set up their defenses. Anyway, they had enough of time, but the question is now Buck is going to be the one going in first, and Nikin holds a really good angle, which means that McLovin has already been downed. And if you take a look at Nikin's position, he's actually in a very, it could be a very punishable spot.
Yeah, I would say very bold position, but at the same time they reinforced the corner there, so they couldn't really get peeked from CCTV, which made it a little bit more comfortable. Of course you have a thermite, but then again, do you really want to use the thermite on that spot alone? However, it's very important that you also pick down Buck this early, because he would be one of the key operators in order to opening up the floor beneath the mirror here, and just hacking away at that wall so that you get more favorable angles. However, Sophia's still in the game. She's now going to open up this wall that's not reinforced, because they have I believe they have reinforced the little booth here to the right instead.
Yep.
Trying to hold from there. Yeah, there we go. However, the Twitch, I believe, has already opened the window as well. So it's kind of sticky here for Hippo right now, because he's sitting there with a big open wall with a lot of angles to try to hold from the same time. So he seems to be a little bit stressed, and with all right.
Oh my god, a lot of flashes. He's going to be falling down. It's going to be a 4-on-4. Not only that, but Harold comes in. Nikin's going to be falling down. And there's a lot of back and forth trades coming in. 3-on-2, as we can see. Jagger down on very low HP, trying to go in for another sort of peek. And knows that there is one in the back of the room. But at the same time, Jinx is going to be in a bad position as well. Falls down to Jesus Morientes. Now it's going to be all down to Asian. And he is falling down as well. I kind of feel like that was, even though they lost a player really early into the round, I kind of feel like they made up for it the way that they attacked. I mean, they had Ying for the flashes, and I just feel like the way that they attacked was very, very convincing. A lot of confidence.
A lot of planning, it seemed like, going into it. A lot of also the execution going their way. Beautiful crossfire setup. They, like, in my opinion, they kind of attacked the textbook in a sense. The Twitch obviously getting into that mirror window, popping it very early into the round, making putting so much pressure onto the 2 anchors trying to hold that site. And then you also have someone quite quickly with a bit of patience, so you don't reveal it too early. Someone is holding vehicle window, so you always have that A site covered from behind. As soon as you know that there's not a lot of people on B site, you can quite confidently peek that angle for as long as you want.
Yep, at this point, we are going to see Philin on the defense. Probably what we are going to see now is a top defense, I would say, because we can see Harold, he's fixing the east side there, a little bit into the hallway, I would say, and Mira setting up the little booth to make sure that he's going to have it's actually not in the booth, it's on the wall just outside.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. Right now he's setting up for it, and I think this is one thing that I really like. But the interesting part that at least I find is that sure, you're going for the top defense. That's quite obvious because it's really tough to hold from below on the sites, I would say. But the interesting part as well is how are you going to play this site?
Yeah, it's.
I mean, you need to,
common.
as a team, figure out, like, okay, should we leave Smoke down there, or should we have someone else down there? Should we have just a roamer and we're just trying to get up from behind, or what should we do?
Yeah, as you say, it's like all down to teamwork, and also really important that you place your different operators really well in order to know exactly how you want to defend and who's going down and when. So it's very, very interesting to see how many of the people they actually dedicate to the top side here, and also which operators it is, because we see Mira here, really good anchor, so obviously she's a very good sort of top holder, because you kind of want to play that as an anchor. But Smoke there as well might be a little bit too many of the sort of good anchors to put up at the same place, because both of them can really hold a site almost on their own with some good windows, which makes it so that now that they already have the top hold, this is going to be very, very tricky now for Dream Team to actually take back and hold.
Yep, indeed. You get all these bursts, and we do have Asian is going to be throwing a fire arrow. Not sure if that's even doing any damage, to be honest with you. No, he was a little bit lucky there. And Jonathan has found a kill of the first round on Asian. That is Capitao going down, leaving 4 members for Igral Esports to try to get in. Is this going to be the second Finnish team that is really looking convincing going to the semifinals? Perhaps. That's going to be the question. We do have 3 maps to walk through before that. Jonathan finds the second one in this round, and perhaps even the third one. No, it's going to be Nikin going in for the peek. No, he's actually picking it on the wrong side. Jonathan does manage to get the third frag as well. It's a crazy round coming in from Jonathan, but at the same time, he is down on low HP, half HP, to be honest with you. Sario trying to hold some sort of peak. McLovin holds, well, he's just roaming around a little bit. He's going to be running around. They got the Twitch did get a window there, which is a little bit of better opportunity for them to try to make a play out of it. But Jinxed, I mean, right now, the 2 remaining Igral Esports members, they're going to be holding angles, trying to go in for the kills. Jinx managed to get one, get traded instantly. It's going to be McLovin getting that frag. Azario comes in, try to go for that trade, but it's not going to be working out since we do have McLovin coming in, and he's McLovin it.
Good pun. Very structured play. Very structured play coming up from the Mira, though. Like, very well played there. Very impressed how much cool that you could keep in that sort of situation. Jontir really, really shown there, in my opinion, because they were getting pushed fairly heavily from both vehicle window, but also other angles at the same time. Getting the hatch pop behind them with a frag grenade also very early, which meant it so that when they tried to back off, they actually fell down the hatch. I don't know if they if they fell down intentionally or if they were trying to back off, fell down the hatch. But then they played that hatch very perfectly, picking up 3 players quite quickly in succession, which makes it so that I'm kind of questioning a little bit if Egedal had the communication about how good or how well they were holding that hatch, because 3 people dying from the same angle is kind of rare to see in a lot of teams.
Not only that, but they went in 1 by 1 as well. That's
yeah,
the thing.
exactly. And you don't really set up a crossfire either.
Exactly. So I totally agree with you. It should be some sort of miscommunication at that point, because Jonathan, all he basically was in the same sort of position. Well, not exactly.
He was running around a little bit.
Yeah, he was in the same area, holding the same spot, and he managed to get 3 frags out of it. I'm not really 100% sure how that is working out for Igedal Esports, but it doesn't matter. It's 2 rounds now for Dream Team, and this is their map as well. So Igedal Esports is going to be wanting to play Chalet next. So that is going to be an interesting one for sure. And that is really going to... I'm not sure how much Dream Team knows about or have been practicing Chalet, I would say. But it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to react to it. Because if Igedal Esports now, at this point, shows Chalet as a little bit of an ace in your sleeve, whatever you want to say, I kind of feel like that is going to really test Dream Team in their communication, their teamwork, and how they're going to be setting up.
Especially since they seem to kind of have a very well-structured plan already before they're going in.
Yeah.
Going a lot together, droning out a lot here. Oh, once I say that, though, they did not drone out Jinxed, and he's picking up one. He's going to pick up two, though. They've started droning him out. They know where you are.
At this point, Valkyrie is doing a very good job right now. It's going to be Jinx going in for the spray through the wall again, and being able to do a little bit of damage, perhaps not enough. I think it's Sophia behind that wall, and there we go. Buck is going to get back up again, and I think another peek comes in. Beautiful play. Asian is a little bit aggressive on the bottom below, but it doesn't matter. Jinx gets that frag and gets in with a C4 as well. Beautiful start here coming in from Denmark and Eagle Esports.
Very well played there, yeah. And I think that Jagger kind of went that aggressive Asian here just because they wanted to help Jinx out. And Jinx, beautiful play there, spotting out the first person, kind of getting them very quickly down. And if some people I think have been commenting in the Twitch chat why they don't always go for the down person, and that's because in these sort of situations when we're playing this professionally, they don't get points. They don't get to see their own points, which means that they don't know that they've downed them yet.
Yeah, exactly.
They can only confirm that they have gotten a kill by the top feed that you all see as well.
Oh, exactly. So they're not going to be giving a lot of information, but at this point, as we can see into the round, Eagle Esports is performing really well at that point right now because they've had a little bit of trouble on this point before Dream Team managed to do an amazing work. And take a look at Jonathan here trying to go in for the peak, not being able to connect the shots. There's a shield in the way. Obviously, Twitch and Thermite is going to be the two remaining operators, and it looks like he's going to be trying to go in for the cross. Knows that there he is down below, and this is actually a beauty if he managed to get the shots. He doesn't. Try to go in for a second peek, but not being able to get these shots at that point either. Perhaps maybe one too many peeks. Yeah. Jinx is gonna be able to get that frag, and now it's all down to Jesus Morientes. Do this for Chrome Wall. He wants you to clutch this 1-on-4. If you do that, that's gonna be a beauty. But he's going to be taking a lot of damage as well with this 50 HP, less than 50 HP to be honest with you. He gets at least the first one, but goes down to 25, and Jinx finishes him off with a deagle as well.
Oh my god, perfect. Oh, I'm going to love this. Look at this. The deagle is such an amazing gun. Like, it sounds so gnarly when you... Oh, I need that. Barely any angle as well. Oh my lord.
Pixel peak.
Pixel peak. I wouldn't even
barely
say...
even like, a pixel.
Yeah, right. Basically, the crosshair is the pixel, and you just blap away at that window, and you happen to time it perfectly. Jinx coming out with an amazing round here, spotting out two of the very early aggressors on the floor below. That I believe that those two together wanted to try to go up and just open up all of the floors that they can onto either the armory section or the more office area. Yep. Just to kind of force all of the defenders out of one of the rooms, so you now have a very more safe push into one of the sites. And that just completely fell down because they didn't actually drone as well as they did last time. Dream Team, the first attacking round, had a very, very strong sort of droning information game. They went fairly much everywhere, going in a squad like they did now. But this time Egedal was prepared for it, sending down Asian almost immediately. As soon as Jinx called out, there's two people downstairs, I need backup now. I've already connected some shots, someone come and back me up. Asian gets there, and they pick both of them up very quickly, and barely any damage done to any of them as well.
Yeah, it all comes down to the communication, guys, and you can do it as well as the players using hashtag Kingdom Nordic in Twitter. Send in your tweets, and we'll bring them up on screen. Not only that, but on our Twitter, we do have a giveaway for you guys. What you need to do is you need to like King of Nordic and HyperX on Twitter or Facebook, both, and like the post and tell us why you should win using also hashtag King of Nordic and hashtag HX Rainbow 6S with a number 6. Do that and send in some tweets using hashtag King of Nordic. Tell us what your predictions are, and obviously you do have the honor bets in chat as well. Some mod can tell you about it.
Very nice read here coming in from Egedal. They, I assume that they have read into that Dream Team is now going to go for the armory defense one more time, and they have picked operators to counter that perfectly. They're going a little bit of an unorthodox route, though, in order to counter that. Nikin, instead of pushing the catwalk, is now pushing corridor. Finding out some people, though, it's very important that he knows that all of this is held up. But at the same time, they could just go for the catwalk outside and try to plant from there. Since they have the Monty, they have the smokes, and they also have the Blackbird to hold after plant. That's what I would like to see them do. But at the same time, now they're getting a lot of information of where a lot of the defenders are held up. So now the Lion Drones comes out, and now they might go hunting. It's going to be very interesting to see how it comes up in favor.
Ooh, he moved. That means that he's spotted. Jonathan, not a great move, but at the same time, he's going to have to consider going in for the attack now. The grenade comes in. not doing a massive amount of damage actually, but an instant headshot, well, that is gonna do the work for him. Jinx, beautiful shots once again. Iguodala Esports bringing it back to a perhaps a 2-2 scoreline in the rounds, because right now they're winning round after round, getting kills after kill. Hippo and Asian, take a look at this attack. It all comes down to Harold with smoke, and he's gonna get really sandwiched.
Yeah,
there's literally nothing he can do. 2-2 is the scoreline. Iguodala Esports starting to get into the game. Kind of feel a little bit like, you know, they're starting to get a little bit more confident. Obviously, when you play a game, and professional game like this, you can have some nerves, right? You can be a little bit, you have pressure, obviously. You know that you're getting streamed. You have a lot of viewers.
You're playing for a lot more than just MMR now.
Exactly. And that is going to give a little bit of pressure. So perhaps Iguodala Esports finally starting to release the pressure, so to speak. And yes, I know what you guys mean or think about. Either way, but they are going to be a little bit more calm at this point.
PG-13.
And it looks beautiful.
It does. That push was very... It didn't go as I thought that it would, like how they would try to play that. However, they still made it work very well. Instead of using the Monty as a shield to push behind, however, we got a tweet here before I finish this off. I would love this bundle. Have been looking for a new gaming mouse for a while, as my current mouse is old, cheap, and too big for my hand. This would fit well with my current HyperX setup. RG Gus Short or Gus Hort?
Either way, I hope you added the hashtags though. Yeah, it was just cut off. So you use the hashtags. That is perfect for you. Hashtag King of Nordic, hashtag HX Rainbow 6S with a number 6. Continue with your point.
And I didn't see it go the way they were attacking. However, they did it very beautifully. They got all of the information around the team, so they know exactly where people were holding, and that information game just led them to the victory of this game. Very well played by all of them. And we saw Twitch there going around with some supporting, removing most of the ADSs, which led to some of the beautiful nades hitting that mirror. It's mostly the flash that actually hit, but the sort of frag kind of forced her back in the corner, so they knew exactly where to peek, and then Jinx just did the tapping. The 1-2 combo just got him. Caught him off guard. Beautifully played.
And it's a lot about Monty as well. Mountain. I mean, the way that it's so easy for him to just basically go in for a peek, open up the wall for him. He goes in for the peek, sees some ADSs. He finds perhaps a player or two. He just points the direction and making sure that his teammate is going to get that information, and they will be able to get that, winning the round as well. Now, though, we do have Dream Team on the attacking part of it, and this time they're going to pick up an Ashe, Hibana, Twitch, Buck, and Ying. So they are going to have two soft breachers. Obviously, they have Hibana as a hard breacher. Twitch, open up the windows. But it quite feels like whenever you pick Ying, that's when I feel like this is going to be an execute round.
Ying is usually one of those that kind of wants to go for that heavy push and then into a plant, as you say. But on the other hand, we see Iguodala here coming up with a lot of standard roamer operators. We see both Bandit, we see Jäger, we see Ella, and we see Vigil, which means that a lot of them are playing 3-speed, so they might just try to go for an after plant here, which is a very interesting way to try to play the map. Most of them are kind of spread out, and it doesn't seem to work too well at the moment, though, since we have Dream Team coming in, pushing in, and I think that this is the droning, like just going in Dream Team's favors. They know where most of the roamers are already, so they go as a 5-man death squad. They're pushing these players. You see here, 5 people are currently coming toward Vigil here, and there's not a lot of you can do like here in this situation.
I know he's going to at least get one of them down, try to go for a second one. The wall is about to get open as well, so he has a little bit of pressure on himself. Obviously goes in for the kill, gets the guy with the diffuser as well. If he can do this all by himself, that would be incredible, but he's going to get down. He does have a peek, and Jonathan will finish him off. He forces it down to a 4-2. We still have Lesion, and we still have Ella being played right now, so the question is how they will be able to do anything about this. They're going to be falling back towards the A-bomb side, because they do realize that Iguodala Esports, Dream Team, they are going to try to take the site from above, and it quite looks like they are having some sort of an idea how they would like to do it. Not sure how Iguodala Esports is going to react to this, though. Quite feel like Nick can have some sort of an idea about someone being outside. Perhaps there is a camera that has not been brought down yet. They would go with the flash. There we go. Yep, there's a 2 camera. There's a camera with 2 information. There we go with one guy. That's going to be the diffuser as well. Nicking doing a great job, but Sari is going to be traded out. And Nicking with 2. And take a look at this. Sari, all of a sudden, it's a 1-on-1 situation. What is going on right now? We see Buck. He is going to have to remove the nail, but it doesn't matter. You get all these sports with the defendants. Not enough time. Not with the diffuser either. Ella finds the kill. Finds the win for that.
They might have withered down their enemies, but they had a second enemy that didn't seem coming. The time there got very, very short for Dream Team in order to push to that execute. They got most of the roamers. Like 3 people got picked off fairly quickly into that round.
Yep.
But then we were kind of hitting that almost like 1:31 minute mark when we were pushing onto Vigil. And sure, it's very nice and very well played of them to get all of the roamers, and it's extremely good to just push that as 5 people in order to almost ensure all of the trade frags happening. But on the other hand, they didn't really have any way of going down to the site there then, and they kind of struggled trying to get there in time. The Legion Mines was there to slow them down so they couldn't run. One of them even going down to it, and at the same time, when they're that pressured for time, they didn't really check all of their corners as much as they might have needed to. So we saw the Ella just coming there in a perfect angle, holding 2 of the most favorable entries to the sites, I would say, by holding that stair corner. And we saw Ella always first looking at the main entrance, then looking at the top of stairs, main entrance, top of stairs, and then the info came in and she just executed all of her bullets. Very well played, very good spray control onto Dream Team, and that just lost them the round.
Yep, and now though we are at a point down a little bit below. Once again, it's going to be the first floor. We can see John here setting up for the window for the south side, I would say. Well, southwest side, I would believe. A little bit more the platform there, but there at this point it looks like the defendants here, Dream Team, they are going to go in for the actually this time it looks like they're going to go 4 guys above. No, there's 2 guys down low now at the sites, but they will be going very aggressive. Take a look at Jinx. He's going to be fast, really fast, and they're going to get a little bit of information about at least one of the players because there was a drone right there. And Azaria is going to be trying to find information, which means that Jinx can go a little bit more pushier now. Swedish, hello. There we go, but it's going to get punished for it as well. Sad Soraka with a great frag. Open things up and making sure that, okay, we have upper hand right now. Perhaps Sad Soraka should get a little bit of backup right now because is it far away from the bombs?
And we kind of see that though. Jesus Morientes is not too far away there with the Legion. And that was a very aggressive push, but at the same time, it was a merited very aggressive push. They had their drones to drone them all out. It's just unfortunate that you missed the aim duel in the end. Peeking a little bit of an unforeseen angle when you jumped up to that desk and then shooting through the wall. But I'm very interested in this kind of pick because they're kind of going a little bit mix and match between the old metas right now. I would assume that they're going to use both the smokes from Capitao together with... Now it's Thatcher that has the diffuser in order to go in and plant here. And it seems that they will go in from Visa, but I'm not 100% sure yet. They have opened up from there. They could potentially maybe go from toilets as well, depending on how hard they want to push this. Oh, the diffuser is coming down though. Thatcher is going to push from Visa, but the C4 is coming out from Yontir. Very well played. And now it's hard to see how they will pick this up.
Well, it's going to be Heat Boys really just fast running in, getting at least the diffuser, but it's going to be taken down from McLovin, and now it's all down to Thermite. It's going to be Nicking in a 1-on-5 situation. This is surely as hell. It's going to be a very, very tough task, especially since you do have 2 players right above him, and you do have 1 player a little bit further away on the second floor as well, and obviously oh, yeah, he's going to get punished, and he's going to be taken down soon enough. 23 HP, I would say. Perhaps 25.
Ooh, finding 1 though.
Yeah, but that's not going to be enough, and that is going to be 3-3 in the scoreline. And Harold, it was like, oh, nice headshot. That was a beauty.
A little bit of a gnarly angle there. And very well played by Dream Team. They started to seem like they felt the pressure a lot from Egedal coming into this point. But now they're kind of pushing back again. Like, they want to really stay into this tournament. They want to show what they're made of. Lost 3 in a row, I believe, right? There was 2-1 and then 2-2 and then 2-3. And now they're taking it back. Now they're coming back, and I think that they might have read in a little bit to Egedal, because they're kind of throwing in some operators from a little bit of a blind angle there. We saw something that started to look out as a new meta and then went a little bit back to the old meta, and they went with an old meta execute with some of the new meta operators. Like we saw Dokabe, which we didn't really see last season. coming out. Very good to spot out the roamers. On the other hand, though, they didn't really even try to contest the top hold, which seemed to be their downfall here. Like 3 of them hold that hatch as soon as they were trying to go in from both Visa and bathroom, and they couldn't really re-peak the angle in a favorable way, and they were just stuck there, 4 people versus 3 onto that hatch. But with the favorable angles, that could be like any number above you. Like even if you're 4-3 in that situation, it could be 100 versus 4 in that, because the angle is just too unfavorable for you to peak. So you really need to either just try to take it calm, maybe push back a little bit and try to go for the top hold, since you know that the hatch is now open, so you have an entry from side if you go to take those operators, or have some sort of maybe other way into the point. When the first person kind of goes down from that angle, just try to rotate. Don't go for the same peak over and over again.
Yeah, exactly. That is going to be something to think about. I mean, obviously, you all of these things, it's not something you can always just get inside your head immediately while you play, because obviously it's so easy to be after smart, like smart after rounds or after the games or whatever, when you looking through the VODs or whatever. But as long as you can take if you make a mistake, learn from it and use it in the next game instead. Yeah,
hindsight is always 20/20. Here we go though. The execute. I kind of like this execute actually. We see the IQ and the Twitch combining, probably to remove like both the bandits that should have been on Igidol's esports, and then maybe they want to have it for the the Vigil on the other hand, because as soon as Vigil activates his device, you can actually see this IQ, which gives you a little bit of a favorable peak and sort of wall hack in all honesty versus Vigil. And since he's such a favorable roamer at the moment with all of the droning and Lion coming out, IQ's just started to become a really solid pickup by most teams.
Yep, and let's take a look at this. It's going to be Hippo on the side. It's not going to be anyone really close by trying to contest it, except for Harold just outside the window. And I do believe that Mute has some sort of an idea about it. Great angle coming in from Nicky. And finds that frag. McLovin, though, has been trading even before that. So it's going to be forced into a 4-on-4. Not anyone down on low HP either, but they're going to be letting go. It's actually 2 members of Igidol Esports that have been jumping down to the floor below. Jesus Morientes finds the kill onto Nikin. The Thermites open up a wall right there towards his sides as well. Hippo could be a very much of a key player right now, because he is going to be a little bit from behind. Perhaps, I think, Jinx. Well, he's holding a really good position, but I think it's not going to be enough. Yeah, it is. Look at this. Jinx with 2 quick frags from the floor above as well. Does have a really good angle, and that is perhaps going to give them the win. 45 seconds left. And as we can see, Zario finds the kill on McLovin as well. Now it's all down to Twitch, and that is going to be a tough task, especially when Zario's on the site defending the way that he wants to. Now, though, match point for Igidol Esports. We're just going to give a lot of pressures on Dream Team. Obviously, this is Dream Team's pick as well. And Oregon, I mean, the thing is, Border is one of the maps that a lot of people play, right? Yeah. So it's not much for that, but the most important part here is that we don't know how both of these teams is going to perform on Chalet. No. But I kind of feel like if Igidol is the one choosing Chalet, perhaps that is going to give them a little bit of advantage, which means that Dream Team needs to win this round right now, force it into overtime, win it, otherwise it might be 2 on maps.
Especially since we see both of these teams kind of going for very kind of reinforced sort of strategies. We see them go for very similar, or not, if not like the exact same sort of operators on attack and defense all the time, or at least filling the same key function, which means that both of these teams really need some sort of strategy to either execute or to wrap around as a defense to play at their maximum potential. And if you're then throwing in a map like Chalet that Dream Team might not have practiced other than in pubs, it makes it so that they might not always know, like, how do we really want to play this? What operators do we want to play? How do we want to play this? Do we want to set John Tier as an anchor, or is he just a really good roamer on this map? And that sort of toss-up might make it so that you lose a lot of your sort of focus for all of the aiming and the aim battles that is coming in for the rest of the rounds.
Yep, and let's take a look at this. We can see that Jonathan Azamira is a little bit afraid about the Twitch drone about to come up, and I do believe that Twitch might be taking that drone towards the window soon enough. I think... Oh, there's a lot of pressure on that Twitch drone. And I think they're waiting for the other drones to actually find a window. And there we go. I think, yep,
Oh, it went
that's
down.
the drone.
It went down, but we have one more opportunity, one more shot, and we're kind of going for the same sort of attack.
Yes, that's the thing. That's why I pointed towards the screen, because right now, once again, that's one thing that really worked out for Esports last time was that they were going in with Mount and getting as much information as possible. Obviously, having IQ being ready, Lion with the scan, Twitch helping out with the windows and everything, Sophia soft breacher. So, I mean, right now, this could potentially be the win for Esports, unless we can see Dream Team finding a way to counter this.
This is a little bit dangerous though. Before we saw it, I believe it was the Zarya at least, that was on Blackbeard. Oh, the Hippo though gets the window. That's very, very important for this push coming against both Herald and Yontir. But before we saw him as Blackbeard, which is one of the most stable peekers, I guess, in the game, he can just really go for it with his shield. And now he's playing a Sophia instead, which is much, much dangerous to peek with. Much more dangerous to peek with.
Yep, definitely. And right now, though, we are going to see a great fast kill. Jesus Morientes is going to be taken down, but it's going to be a trade coming in from McLovin, which is a obviously very important kill for them as well. Lion scan comes in. McLovin finds a kill on Nation before that. And if you take a look at Mounty's HP, it's not going to be that great as they want to. And there's going to be some flashes coming in. But Zarya, well, it's not going to be easy for Zarya to get in here. Perhaps Nikin is actually down as well, so that is going to give a lot of they need to get him back and then get him up again so they could continue with the way that they want to play. Hippo finds at least one of the frags, helps his teammate out. That is a beauty of a play, finding that kill before that goes further like even before it happens more, so to speak. Getting a little bit more of a brain fart there for me, at least. Yeah, all right, Swedish. Either way, let's take a look at Nick in here. Obviously been down, so you do have 50 HP. Yes, Zarya with a great frag, and we still have Hippo. And take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the first map. Satsaraka, the only player remaining, trying to go for the spray, who does have the smoke. Did he down him? No, he didn't. So 1 on 3 is still on the menu, and there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be the first map, and Esports. I did not see this coming, because the first round, when they played Mountain, that was such a beauty of attack. It was just amazing. And yeah. Now, when they needed it most, they brought it again.
They're using Montang in a very interesting fashion. When you look at Montang, a lot of people use him as a very sort of stable, fairly slow, and almost never a guy that wants to push alone. Jinx here, though, coming out with a beast score.
Yeah. Beautiful performance. 12 kills, 5 death.
That beast. Playing very aggressive on both a defender and attacker, and rightly so. Like, we've seen him hold some of the most unforeseen angles for Dream Team. So this is a very interesting game to see, because we see that we have Jinx.
Yep.
Playing a lot of sort of hidden spots, if you will. Both the hatch that we saw there, some of the angles have not been foreseen by Dream Team.
Yeah.
So, for example, the hatch, where he got 2 people, one of them with a headshot almost instantly. It's just one of those things that catches Dream Team off guard a whole lot. Kind of like the Monty play that we saw, because usually Monty is, as I talked about before, the sort of stable player, and you put like 2 or 3 people behind him. So whenever you see a Monty, you almost always think that, okay, there's at least like 2 or 3 people behind him, so now we confirmed where 90% of the enemy team is. But in this case, Monty was just running around, kind of confirming where all of the people were, and having them fire at him first. So it's like, I am here to be your entertainment today, focus all of your attention on me, and then all of the other, like, the Danish team, they just wrapped around them from behind and picking off player after player, one after another. Beautifully done.
Yup, indeed. Now, we did have a raffle for you guys. That was the mouse pad, actually. So I think we do have a winner for that one. And the winner in the Twitch chat, all you needed to do was !raffle to win a mouse pad. And the winner is Unsere85, you are the winner of the HyperX Fury Large Gaming Mousepad. What you need to do is send us a whisper here so we can get your address, get a little bit of information, so to speak, and we will send it right to you. Now, though, we are going to start another raffle for you guys, but this time it's for 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, and that is what's on the menu for you guys, !raffle in the chat. So we have our first... we do have the first game done now.
We do.
Yes, and the first map is going to Egadal Esports. A little bit of a surprise, but they managed to play really well against the Finns. But the next game, or the next map, is going to be Chalet, and that's actually Denmark's pick as well, so that is going to be very interesting. We're going to take a very, very short break, just waiting for the players to get back into the seats, into the driver's seat, so to speak, making sure to give you guys an entertainment, and we're going to be there casting it for you guys. We're going to take a short break. When we're back, we have our second map. All right, guys, welcome back once again. We are going to jump into the second map soon enough, which is going to be Chalet, and that is actually going to be the first time we see it as well.
Yeah, both for the first and second season we're going to see Chalet, and this is the map we're kind of looking at, our fireplace here. Lovely little burning area. Very interesting map. Some of the points here are sort of tricky to hold, depending on how well your team works together. Kitchen, for one, is... like most of the points that you really want to go for here, the ones that are considered the good ones, all kind of require someone to go a top defense.
Yeah.
Because you have kitchen, together with the trophy room. Jesus, that didn't jump to mind quickly enough. Which
You're
is
starting to look like me.
it.
No, it's starting to look like me. Like,
Yeah.
forgetting everything.
Forgetty spaghetti.
Yeah.
And the hatches, of course, is something that you might want to look out for someone dropping that. But what's more important than that is that all of the roof for both of these points where you might want to put your anchors are breachable or destroyable. I don't know, destructible. So it makes for a lot of angles to be like peeked in onto those sites. So it's kind of hard to have a lot of coverage of all of the angles that you couldn't be peeked from at the same time. So you either need a lot of, for example, valve cameras to get all of the information from where the attackers are attacking so that you know what you can safely turn your back against.
Yeah.
Or you need a good set of roamers that can really quickly either gather the information or get the frags when the attacker's trying to enter the building at all.
Oh, yeah, right.
So that's something that's going to be very important to look out for. And so far, we've seen Egadal kind of coming out with some really good roamers, but we have also seen Dream Team coming out with some really interesting ways on how to place out their different operators and the resources, which makes it for me, it seems like a very equal map. But since it is Egadal's pick, it should go into the favor of them, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Especially since we have seen the teamwork that you kind of need in order to perform these sort of feats. It has really shown through during this game or this match.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see.
Obviously, we do have two really good teams coming up on Chalet, which is going to be the map number 2. But I wanted to give you guys, since this is the map number 2.
Dos.
I would like to give you guys another prize that you can win in the raffle, and we are going to have 2 winners. So first winner is going for the 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, but the second one is going to be the HyperX Fury XL mousepad from HyperX, obviously, and this is what you can win in the chat as well. So do ! raffle. It's going to be 2 winners. So one wins the 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, and the second one wins the HyperX Fury XL gaming mousepad. So make sure to type !raffle in the chat right now.
Do it.
Right
Do
now. I can actually see that you guys are doing it quite well, so I'm not missing out. All right, so either way, we are going to soon enough load into the game. But if you're going to do a prediction for Chalet, because you've seen a bit from the... well, you actually seen quite much, because these guys won the both higher seed and the lower seed, so there's been a couple of games in the qualifiers, obviously. But from what we saw last game, what are your prediction in Chalet?
I'm gonna stick with Egedal, actually. I really think that since they showed a strong teamwork on border, we will probably see them just as strong on this map. And some of the operators that they were playing on border is working out just as well on Chalet, because we saw some Buck, we saw some Blackbeard, we also saw some Sophia. All of them very good operators for this map. It's going to be very interesting to see if they're going to stick with those picks, or if they have some sort of hidden picks that they haven't really shown on border, some more interesting ones, maybe perhaps a Cav or something in order to pick up some early people, maybe even an Echo to hold that trophy. But so far we're not going to see that.
Exactly. They're going to be on the attacking side, Egedal Esports, leading by 1 map, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have Dream Team on the defense here. And we are loading in. As you can see, we're just waiting for Asian on his computer to get in. And as soon as we are in, we are going to be on Chalet. And, well... Let's talk a little bit about this point. What is good? What is bad? How's the defendants thinking at this point? Because we already right now saw 2 members running straight up to the upper floor.
And I support that 100%. It's very interesting to see both Mira and Castle though, which tells me that it seems that they really want to bunker down on the top defense. They do not favor peeking all of the angles that they might get peeked from. Did they use... Okay, cool. Got a little bit confused about Yontir there. At first it looked like they were trying to make a spawn hole, but then they just shot out the wall in order to get more coverage with the mirror window. So it's all fine, all fine. Yontir now putting up both of the mirror windows here to hold 2 of the more, I guess, common ways to get onto the top floor. Maybe 2 of the more threatening ones for the top defenders at this point. And they're doing this to hold the hatch. I haven't seen if they've reinforced it, which be... I don't know if they actually need to at this point. If they're going to dedicate this many resources to hold this point, do you really dedicate another barricade for that hatch? I'm not sure. Because you're going to have the opponents having to push all of their kind of operators into here. And it's going to be interesting. So far, no, they have not. They have not reinforced that hatch, which means that they feel confident in holding this area alone. At least both Yontre and McLovin. They sent Castle down though, so Castle is going to be the other anchor. Sado here going for... So they're kind of holding all angles that you could possibly come from above. And Valkyrie having a lot of her cameras out already, getting a lot of the information. Nikin now going to drone out to help the rest of his team. And we're kind of seeing a split attack, which is very nice. You kind of want to, just as the defender, dedicate some people in each area of the map. However, you kind of want to go with some teammates as well, just to secure that refrag potential. And I think that's what we're seeing here. 3 of them going from the front entrance, 2 below, 1 above. And now we're kind of doing the same thing on the north entrance. Oh, Sarudo getting one nick in very early. I believe that was the Thermite. Yeah, Thermite trying to go through the library. Did not work so well for them. And that is also the diffuser drop there. So now they all have to dedicate all of their small little bodies onto that top floor in order to try to get that back.
Yep, indeed. Now, that is going to be a tough task, obviously. As we can see, Asian, he has some sort of an idea about where he would like to go, but, you know, it's a tough task, especially now Lionscan comes in. Zario will be able to find a trade frag, forcing it into a 4-on-4, but I think Asian is quite scared at this point because you're in a very, very weird situation. Jinx is going to be falling down as well. Great starts here from Dream Team. Not only that, but we do have, obviously, Mira going around trying to figure out some angles that he can go in and taking a peek on. McLovin in a bad position, needs to jump down, and Zario gets the frag mid-air. Now, though, the question is if that's going to be enough. 3-on-3, we have 53 seconds left, and they are still going to have to start pushing in. And at this point, though, with the Lion Scan that is right now, not going to be effective at all, obviously. But the Twitch drone is enough. Oh my god, beauty of a play. Mira needs to fall back, and it's going to get caught as well. Asian, great job there. Nice, really well played there from the Twitch, getting that window, because that forces him to go in for a rotation. Obviously, it didn't really work out the way that he wanted to.
And now you kind of regret that you didn't reinforce that hatch. On the other hand, though, they should start sweating a lot here on Egedal. They only have 20 seconds in order to try to push this, and they still have a smoke, which means that there's not a lot of time for them to push through. Castle here, one of the walls, actually working out very much in their favor. We're going to see here. I think he will be very ready as soon as this...
Yeah, he's just waiting, basically.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's the diffuser as well. No. The diffuser did not go with the rest of the hatch, so this means that this round is going to be lost for Egedal. There's no way they have the potential to clutch this.
Oh, no. Yeah, that was a beautiful play. Obviously, Castle. Now, you've been ranting a lot about Castle, but that is a perfect use of him.
Yeah, actually, it actually works out a lot in their favor. What surprises me, though, is that instead of having the diffuser go all on their own, I would much rather have it on the already secured sort of entrance onto the side. Instead, they chose to put the diffuser.
Yep.
And like, oh, you can run out and plant from this side, but we have no sort of knowledge if there's someone peeking there. We have no knowledge if there's like any sort of barricade like there was in this case. And since they had droned out, I'm fairly certain that they knew that Castle was there. So putting that sort of surprise onto the enemy team really, really backfired for Egedal here.
Yep, definitely. Now, though, they are going to go for the same point, and we have two members already pushing in on the floor above, but they're going to reinforce the hatch immediately, so they're not going to be trusting themselves all too much. They're going to be just making sure that, you know what, you're going to have a tough time if you decide to go come up here, which you should. Sorry. So yeah. Right now, it's starting off really well, and we are going to obviously have the Valkyrie. So with the cameras now, I think there might be getting a lot of information about this, just the way that they play. Because one thing that we've seen from Egedal is that they like to keep it compact. They like to be there for the refrag, so to speak. We've seen the crossfire, especially on border. I'm not sure what that room is called. Either way, it was a very, very good crossfire, which means that you are getting the information. You have your teammate right there. Just go in for the crossfire, and you have that win. You have that frag. You have perhaps even 2 frags if you would like to go that far. So let's just see how this is going to be working out for Egedal.
And here we see Dream Team coming out with a sledge. They don't want to like taste their own medicine, like they did to... when Egedal was attacking, they were stuck on that castle walls. Now they have a sledge, which kind of guarantees them to never get stuck on anything breakable, which means both the castle walls and the floor here. So I think that they will go for a very, very heavy top attack here. Sledge, though, not going up. Yeah, okay, he's gonna go through the catwalk. So attacking a little bit of another angle than the rest of his teammates, which could be a very smart idea. Buck, though, going from below, enforcing another angle, finding out smoke, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is, but he's gonna get caught off. It's Hippo, and it's gonna be Valkyrie at that point. Already 2 frags down. It's gonna be Buck and Thatcher down for a Dream Team, but they still have a sledge. So, I mean, that is gonna be a good operator in this case, still alive. But at this point, that the Thermite has been going down, so that could perhaps create a little bit of frustration.
Ooh.
But if Sad Soraka can do that with a grenade, imagine what he can do with a bullet. So let's just see how this is going to be turning out. Sledge is going to be trying to do the same thing. There's going to be a 2-on-4 situation. Obviously, they want to use their nades for full advantage. They can, but it's gonna if it's going to be enough. That is the question. Jonathan gets the kill onto Asian now. With this 3-on-2, I'm starting to realize that this could perhaps be possible for them.
Yeah, almost any run is possible, and unless you really go down to those like 5 seconds like we saw last round, everything is pretty much possible in Siege. But something that was very interesting, Yonter's patient there made it so that Asian really did not predict the crossfire that was going to happen there from both sides, Soraka and Yonter. And now we're going to see they're both going to push in together here. They're droning for each other, even though that they have so little time left and so few operators to fight, which is very important. This just proves that they're a very patient, very team sort of heavy play. And there we go, Yonter getting the kill on Hippo, which means that now it's a 2-on-2. Sure, with not a lot of time left, but they have a lot of different angles that they could create, and also they have pretty much free access through any castle wall that they want to.
Yeah, but not only that, in that spot that they needed to breach through the hatch there, and it was reinforced, and they don't have the thermite anymore, so that means that they need to run out, they need to get in new positions, and with 20 seconds left, and also a smoke on the other side, that is going to be the tough task. And take a look at that Isario with a great angle. Nikin is there to help out as well, and that is going to be the first round going to Egedal in this, well, it's a 1-1, to be honest with you. It's just a 1-1 game, and I kind of feel like I kind of felt like Dream Team was doing a very good job there. The thing is, when they lost Thermite, that's when I kind of felt like that was going to be a little bit more of a tougher thing to do, because at that point, when they were, what was it, 2-4, I believe it was, sure, they're starting to get their frags, and they're getting the frags, but why I felt like, okay, this might not be possible, is just because Thermite went down, they reinforced the hatch. But like, look at one little thing, what it can actually do.
Yeah.
And I mean, that forced it into Dream Team needed to push out, get in from another angle. They held the crossfire. Great job there from Egedal.
Just playing those roamers that we were talking about, and they were playing them really well, obviously, since they picked down the majority of the Dream Team that early into the round. We saw both Vigil there and Valkyrie going in for some really aggressive peaks, and it paid off so well for them. Now though, I think Dream Team has read in fairly well. Yeah, definitely. They've read into that Dream Team now. It's gonna go snowmobile. Kind of the second best map or point to kind of defend, but it's also a little bit interesting. They chose not to go with Kitchen, even though they haven't won it yet. And I don't know if Dream Team is this prepared for Egedal, reading this well into the snowmobile sort of hold and push.
Yeah.
Because they have some really good operators for taking this out. They have Glass and together with Capitao in order to get those 4 smokes. And the Capitao, like you have been mentioning a lot during the stream, or like all of our streams in general, has those ranged smokes that is so key in order to maybe smoke off some of the mirror walls. And they also have that Thermite together with the Thatcher in order to get those walls. And here we go, they're opening it up, and now they're going to start to execute onto this bomb site. The mirror winds are coming down kind of late, but it's also good because they might have a Twitch to open them up.
Yup, but at this point there's not going to be any Twitch, but in this case, yes, it was a great choice, and there can see at least one of the drones, and he's scanning it, and that is going to be perfect. They know that there is a window. They're a little bit afraid to actually go in there just yet, but with 3 members just outside, I think Capitao is getting ready with the smokes, and I think Glass is just going to get in that position to make sure that, you know what, yeah, there it is already. So they are getting ready to push in soon enough. They're going to be throwing in the smokes. They're going to go in for the peaks with Glass, and they're going to get the diffuser down as soon as, or as fast as they can. But Hippo is going to be coming in from a little bit of a different side, so to speak. They're
kind of playing a very nice hold here. Both Hippo and Asian are both playing kind of very well placed in order to try to get all those roamers, but however, Hippo goes down to Sadu Soraka, which is very bad for them in this situation, because now they can't really cover one of the angles from which one of the roamers might come from. However, they're starting to go down, the trades go up. Jinxed Owl is actually going down, 2 uses Morientes, and 1 more is down, so this is not turning out too great for Egedal at the moment.
No, exactly. Dream Team is doing a very good job, but at the same time, Asian will be able to find at least 1 more kill. But as they're trying to get in, they're going to throw another smoke. I think Capitao, yeah, there we go with a great frag. It's going to be Azario with that Glass, finding that eventual flat frag. Now, though, with a 4-on-2 again, we do have Harold and Sad Soraka being playing on the defense here. Harold will be able to get the frag onto Nikin as they're trying to go in for the diffuse. And now Alliance Gen comes in as soon as they're going to be trying to push in, going to get the diffuser. But the question is if they will be able to get in. I mean, they do have Capitao. I'm not sure how many smokes he has left. No smokes left. And the same goes for Glass. So they don't have any smokes to work out. And take a look at this. Sad Soraka is a little bit distracted, and it's actually going to be working out. Jinx gets that trade frag. Now it's all down to smoke. Does have 1 smoke left to work with, and I think that this is going to give him a very tough, like, he needs to make a decision. Like,
yeah, but
okay,
it's also 24 seconds. They need to push kind of now in order to try to get this, which is also very interesting. Sorry, though, choosing to drone in this situation is either very well played with a good amount of teamwork, or it's very dangerous. 13 seconds on the clock now. They need to get either the diffuse or the frag here. And Harold is going to do a very good angle, getting him down. 1v1, 5 seconds left, and he's going to take it with a shotgun. That is so well played. Keeping calming that situation, not going for the peak unless they're trying to push you, is something that not a lot of players have the sort of balls to do.
Yeah, I to be honest with you, I would gone pushing on the guy in stairs. I would be like, just go for it. But that was a beautiful play coming in from Harold. Obviously, with that patience, it's going to give them the second round into the game. Now, it's all been defending rounds that they've been winning, which tells you a lot about Chalet, what kind of map it is. But Egedal Esports now on the defense. Well, the question is if we are going to expect a win here. We do see Thermite. Glass has been confirmed at least. Twitch is confirmed as well. And we are going to see Thatcher. And we are going to see Hibana as well on the attack here for Dream Team. So it all comes down to how they're going to do it. Right now, they don't have a lot of smoke. So the Glass, perhaps, is just going to be going for the single peaks, just trying to hold the afterplant situation. I'm not sure. But it all comes down to what they're going to be doing, because Egedal Esports still standing up with the way that they're going to be playing. They have 2 roamers right now that they can really use. Actually, 3 roamers, sorry. 3 speeds that they can use. So Vigil is going to be very interesting to see where they're going to put him.
And also, they're not playing as much support for Glass, but on the other hand, they're kind of playing very well into the rest of the point, if you want to put it that way, because they got the Twitch for the potential and also kind of confirmed mirror windows. Not a lot of teams opt to go for this point without the mirror, since it just opened up so much vision for the defending team. Yep. And you also have the Thermite and the Hibana in case that they are going to go for that sort of bandit tricking. You have more charges to kind of spend on this sort of, some of the bandit tricking. And if it goes down, you don't really feel as bad when the Thermite goes down. However, the Thermite is going to go down the first one, but the Hibana charges, are they going off? Yes, 2 of them are going to go off, which means that 6 of them are going to go off. It looked like they were placed a little bit more onto the middle there, but 6 of them going off at the same time, which makes it so much harder now for Bandit in order to try to bandit trick. And this is very well paid of them. Now it's kind of all up to the Twitch drone in order to get in and get that mirror window, so that they have a much easier way of opening up the site and then going for the push.
Yeah, not only that, but they've been using a drone, and I think they've been spotted at least one of the defenders. I'm not 100% sure who it is. It's I think it's Bandit, yep. They've been spotting out Bandit, and once again, there we go with another. Oh, that is going to make it a little bit tougher. Perhaps not being able to open things up fully.
Not sure if she shot her Kairos onto the... Yeah, did she try to place them on the little wall there to try to... It looks like it, because I can't really see Kairos placed anywhere else. So she kind of was unfortunate Cairo placement there, which happened to have that little bit of annoying reinforced wall, so you can't really walk through it. You kind of have to crawl through it. And I think that she spent her last Kairos onto that little sort of part of the wall, but they don't really stick.
No, that's the thing.
Because it's barely a pixel, and having the Cairo stick to that is very, very hard to do. So she doesn't have a single Cairo charge left, which means that all of the reinforced hatches are permanently closed.
Yep, what they can do though is going in for the peaks. They've opened up the window, which means that Glass can have a full-on view towards that window. At the same time, the timer is running down. 50-second mark is upon us. And we do have Jonathan being close by, but he's going to be challenged by both Smoke and Bandit. And we do have Vigil on the roaming. But I think that this is going to be a lot. Oh, take a look at Jesus Morientes. He is finally getting in with a diffuser, but I see from Azario. It's going to be able to bring him down. Glass having a little bit of trouble trying to get through the hole there. And with 27 seconds left and the diffuser on the other side and 4 members alive from Egedal Esports, I think this once again is going to be a defendant's round.
This is going to be very hard for them to push, because they need to go very, very quickly now. 15 seconds left and 4 defenders as well. It's so hard to actually try to push this. However, some of the hatches are not reinforced, so Glass could potentially open a lot of them up here and then just go for the push and plant. Oh, Bandit sitting close though. Hippo taking out Sadroska when they're pushing this close. 2 seconds left on the clock, and that's the defender round. Actually not to the time though, but to an excellent hold from all of the defenders, picking all of the attackers down when they're rushing onto the point.
Yeah, just going for that kill to finish him off. And that's got to be 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. It's all coming down to the defendants and how it works out. So now, though, we are going to see Egedal Esports coming up with the attack. Now, they need to figure out something new to do. They're going to pick the defendants, or Dream Team, is going to pick Kitchen and Trophy Room to play with. And you've been talking a lot about the, once again, attack from above, or whatever you want to call it, defend from above, top defense. And I kind of feel like that is something it quite looks like they're doing as well. They're setting up for it with the operators Dream Team here. But the thing is now, it all comes down to how they're going to be playing it. Because once again, they need to go up. Are they going to take their chance again now, reinforcing it? Reinforcing the hatch, because they didn't do that last time.
No, they didn't, and they were almost getting punished for it, but beautifully defended in the last second there. But yeah,
but it's still a secure thing. Like it's just a
as another sort of line of defense. Because last time they felt confident enough in order to not reinforce that, but that time they had the castle, and now last second they switched up the castle for the leash on. So it's interesting. I do believe that this time they might want to much more. I don't think they're going to be as comfortable. But at the same time, like as I'm saying this, they're not reinforcing the hatch. So I'm not sure if they're more comfortable or not in this sort of position. Because it's much easier for the attackers now. Like, sure, I am the one to always hate Castle, but he does make it at least a little bit harder. You have to do some sort of noise, but to me, it's not always that much of a hindrance.
Yeah,
that's why I don't like the operator at the moment. He makes it so that some of your teammates can't get through as easily, and most of the enemies have something in order to remove the wall. Oh, Jinxed here coming out with a perfect frag through the floor with his teammates, and this is teamwork, ladies and gentlemen. When you have that sort of communication, when you drone in that quickly, get the pickup as soon as the enemy team is trying to get the information, that's what we're talking about with communication and teamwork. Perfectly played.
Oh my god. And not only that though, but at this point the action has begun, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be trade frags, but it's Iguodala Esports that is winning the duel so far, and we are going to take a look at Hibana open up the hatch, but at this point it's going to be on the floor above. Once again, they haven't reinforced it, which means that they will be able to get down. It all comes down to Hassad Soraka throwing a C4, not being able to do any sort of damage. It's going to be Valkyrie and Lesion, the only two remaining for Dream Team. Otherwise, we are going to say Iguodala Esports taking the lead, but Sad Soraka with a great frag. Once again, Hitboot's going to be falling down. Now, with this 3-on-2 situation, there's a lot of time left, so Iguodala Esports could fall back a little bit, calm down, try to figure out a new way to get into towards the side, because right now, they're defending rather good, I would say. Yeah,
the defense is not having... They do not look bad. But on the other hand, like, Iguodala is just shining through so well with that teamwork. So early in the round as well. Just having that confidence to push in that quickly, and then obviously picking up the kill that's so nice from an unseen angle. Since there's no way that you can peek that without that sort of communication with your team, and now the communication is going through again. Most of the defenders, or if not all of the defenders at this point, are already scouted out, and we didn't see as many roamers coming out from Dream Team this time. That's what I'm kind of surprised about. We saw a lot of them kind of going on for that top hold, but at the same time there wasn't as many strong roamers that we saw last round. They were trying to defend this.
No, exactly. And take a look at this. It's going to be Jesus Oriantes getting traded immediately to Azario. All comes down to Sad Soraka getting quick, getting taken down. And take a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Iguodala Esports is going to win the first attack round in the game, and on this map, I would say. And that is going to be putting a little bit of pressure onto Dream Team right now, because Dream Team is going to be the attacking, and Iguodala is going to defend. Once again, it's been 4 rounds of just defending rounds win, if you want to call it that. And we have Kitchen and Trophy Room once again being picked here. This time, though, it's going to be from Iguodala Esports.
Very favored side to defend. And no mirror this time. No mirror this time. I believe we've seen a mirror so far, every defense except for this one. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to play with the castle this time. If they're going to rely on the Valkyrie cameras to provide the same sort of information that the mirror walls are doing. Or if they're just trying to castle off some other walls, because before we saw both teams kind of castling off those walls together with a mirror in order to have some sort of defense for the mirror, a last line of defense, if you will. But we also saw, I think it was Iguodala, but yeah, it was Iguodala that also castled off the wall onto point, which caught Dream Team off guard. This time though, they will not have the same thing happen to them again, since they're picking out both Ash and Sledge and Buck.
Yep, there is going to be a little bit more firepower coming in from Dream Team at this point, but is that going to be enough? That is the question. Take a look at Jagger's HP, and I don't think the round has even begun yet, so that must have been a little bit of a team, either team damage or impact nade. I don't know what it could be.
Some sort of unfortunate communication.
Exactly,
definitely.
yes. So that is going to be the question, to see what is going to happen, because right now Dream Team, even though it's just in the beginning of the round, there's going to be an advantage a little bit with the HP there. They're looking for some cameras, looking for some perhaps Valkyrie cameras.
Yeah, since they've already spotted her out in the beginning, and there's no reason not to look for them. But there's one team with one dream trying to push into this, to trying to equalize the scoreline right now, and they're going to go fairly leveled with the kitchen here. Not too many of them going for the top sort of attack here, and maybe it's because of the roamers. They've had such strong roamers every time that they might be a little bit scared now to dedicate this many people up for that specific hold. However, though, the Twitch drone is actually going to shock Vigil, which is kind of interesting.
Yep, so that is going to give them a little bit more information also. I'm not sure how many they've been checking out. There we go with Twitch, finding one of the cameras. Trying to make a jump.
Unfortunate.
Trying once again. Trying again. I've done it before, I can do it again. No, I'm not going to go for it. Either way, I'm trying to go in for a little bit of pressure, but it's going to be Jinx getting at least one of the frags as well. So it's going to be Sad Soraka going down to Hibana. And that is a hard breach. Not only that, but oh my god, we have Sledge going down. Now it's all Ash, Buck, and Twitch trying to do whatever they can to win this round. Otherwise, it's going to be match point, ladies and gentlemen. But it's going to come down to this. Buck is going to be sneaking up the stairs. We do have Twitch in a little bit of well, they know where he is, so that is going to force it. If he going to, oh, he managed to do the jump. Beauty. Now though, he has repositioned himself. Jesus Morientes finds one frag, tries to go for a second one because he does have the information. But one thing's for sure though, Igidal Esports has the defuse kit.
They do, and it's very important for them. And Jinxed Owl just coming out so key here, picking up two of the attackers, going up for the top floor, establishing that I am the dangerous man on the top floor. You need to really watch out for me though. But now he does seem to have some sort of idea that Harold is this close, but not really where Harold is. He's using his own Twitch drone now to see if he can find the person. But it is a vigil. So we might, yeah, there we go. The operation thing is coming out. Kind of having an idea of where he is. And now it's...
Ooh. Yeah, he's getting pushed, but at the same time, Asian will be able to get Harold, but the trade frag comes in instantly. 3-on-2 situation, still going good, at least for Dream Team. Taking a little bit of damage there. McLovin finds a frag as well. Take a look at this. Jagger still down on low HP, so that could be very, very, very dangerous. Asian, though, he is going to try to sneak up his way, trying to cut anyone off, and... oh my god, a close peek. So close for him to get the frag. He gets the one. The question is where the second one is. He's going to go for the diffuser. No, it's actually going to go in for the peek instead. And take a look at that. It's going to be Igidal Esports winning that round as well. Match point for Igidal Esports. And they've been defending as well. So this is going to be very, very dangerous. Now it comes down once again. Igidal Esports did win their attacking round. Oh, this is going to be so much pressure on Dream Team. Because they will be able to go in for the defense, obviously. But they lost it last time, and they need to switch something up.
They did, and oh man, it's just so hard to pinpoint what they're doing wrong, because it's not really anything obvious at this point. They seem to have a very good plan coming out. They seem to have a sort of structured team, but then it seems like the communication have started dropping off a little bit here. Not only the team damage that came in very early onto Jäger, now we also see that they seem to have a little bit of a trouble choosing points. We saw they contested there for a second, which might mean that maybe someone has stepped up and kind of took a little bit more place that they necessarily want.
Yeah.
Because usually when you see this sort of, I don't know if you want to call it small squads, because it's most esports teams are constructed of at least 5 people. But when you see a little bit of a smaller squad, I would say anyway, you have someone being a very, very clear team leader.
Yes.
Someone that just dictates how your team is going to push or play this round or game overall. And that might be what we're missing here, because since not a lot of it seems to be super well established until they're kind of starting the defense. Maybe they don't always have a plan until they kind of get into the game, which might be dangerous, because that might take so much of the setup time that they don't have time to kind of structure wherever they want to stand and hold angles.
Yep, indeed. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be walking down to the wire. If you want to be putting it like that, I'm sweet, so that's why I'm putting it like that. But Sad Soraka is going to be starting off with a great frag here in the beginning. It's actually going to be a spawn pick, I believe. And Vigil is going to be fall back as well. He does have his cloak on, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, with this great kill in the beginning, that means that they're not going to be having a long distance soft breacher, which means that there's going to have to be Sledge coming in with the soft breacher part. But Jinx, at the same time, he's been performing out of his mind when it comes to fragging, and especially in the first map, he had 12 kills, I believe, 10 for now. I mean, this guy is going to lose. Sad Soraka is the one representing Dream Team on the scoreboard, I would say. But still, there's just so much firepower for both of the teams, and it all comes down to this round. 1 minute and 51 seconds left, and that's when the mirror window is going to be brought up.
Very interesting here, but at the same time, very dangerous angle though. Yontir though, getting Jinxed out down, which is very important, since this is the guy that has been hooting and shooting like the whole game. Like 12 double digits last game, double digits this game. Incredible how much of a star player he is for Egedal. But at the same time, Nikin though, don't want to fall short of his Owly friend here, picking up another one, picking up Yontir here. So now they don't really have any of the sort of established roamers anymore. They have Bandit kind of back on site, they have Mira, and they have the smoke. So now it's just 3 anchors versus 3 of the enemy team, and one of them is very, very low.
Yeah, Hibana is very low and just going to try to do whatever he can to basically take advantage of it. But one thing that we've learned from Egedal Esports as well is that they can use, even though they are down on low HP, I mean, they're going in for these crossfires like it's nothing. And at this point, it's going to be very important, very interesting to see how they are going to try to get in from this point, because the timer is running down. As you can see, 46 seconds left before they need to really be on this side, at least to contest it. But yeah,
3 smokes remaining as well. That's
dangerous. That's scary.
Very dangerous.
At the same time, though, we do have a Candela left to be used, but I'm not sure if that's going to give a lot of difference, I would say.
Very split up attacking team here, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they go for a very structured at the same second kind of push now in order to get all of the angles covered at the same time, because they do not have a lot of time anymore.
No, and here we go with Hibana. It's going to be a fast push coming in, and there we go with the diffuser going down as well, but there's going to be Bandit in the corner, finds the first one, not the second one though. It's going to be Nikin trying to go in for the defense, and there we go. He's going to try to bring him up. Harold though in the smoke, and that's going to be forcing him down one-on-one, and there's going to be Dream Team getting that round. Very, very important, obviously, for Dream Team to stay in put, but now it comes down to the most important round, to be honest with you. Dream Team, they managed to get the defense round. Now, though, they haven't won one single attacking round yet. And it all comes down to this round. Is it going to be overtime or not? It all depends on if Dream Team can find a way to attack right now. You can see that they're delaying a little bit on the operators because they need to find a way to get in now.
Yeah, and don't think... At the moment, they don't really have a super confident way of showing that they have read that they are going into Snowmobile. They are barely going with any hard breacher. This is very dangerous for them. Of course, there's still ways to get onto both Wine Cellar and Snowmobile without getting all of the sort of front door, garage door that we're seeing Hippo now so quickly reinforcing. But at the same time, it's very, very favored for a lot of teams to try to get that big entrance open, because it makes for such a... maybe not easy, but it's a very, very good after plant situation where you can just kind of fall back with all of those rifles that you have as an advantage as an attacker, just having the sort of more range peeking onto the defenders. Yeah, it makes for a much easier after plant situation, because most of the defenders except for Jäger all have SMG, so you kind of only have one rifle on the defenders for that kind of extra range. You could run with the extended barrel, I guess, but a lot of people opt to rather run with an either a compensator or a flash hider for that sort of extra recoil or spray pattern. And it just makes it for, as the more range you can gather between you and a defender, the better it is for you 99% of the time.
Yeah, man, that is going to be the tough question, because right now they do have Hibana. It's going to be the one carrying the diffuser as well. But one thing that we can see early into the round is going to be that Dream Team are going to try to go in from the top here. And we do have obviously a Vigil chilling in the bathtub, trying to just wait for any sort of information, and perhaps someone pushing in. Oh, a little bit of pre-fire, but he's going to get caught. That is a beauty of a play from Sad Soraka. Down on very low HP, though. Need perhaps to fall back. Not sure about that just yet, but a little bit of a pre-fire did cause him to get noticed and actually being taken down as well there, Vigil. A little bit more patience, perhaps. It's going to be something you are going to have to work on. But either way, it was very, very close to get the first kill into the round. And Ash is down on low HP as well here for Dream Team.
They're gonna
Actually,
reset
got
her.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're gonna reset her, and that's very well, because you went from 20 to 50 HP there with just like a little bit of resources spent. Barely any resources at all spent, actually. Especially since you kind of... I would assume that they're gonna opt to go for the whiskey push here. And there we go. Oh, hey, there we go. Aim down. There we go. Oh. Basically,
Oh my.
no resources spent at all here, because you got the bandit charge, you've gotten both mirror windows already, and now you can just like use some even to just piss off our enemies, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Let's take a look at this round. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 1 minute and 20 seconds left before we know if this is going to go into overtime or if Egadal Esports is going to be the third team going into the playoffs, to the semifinals, so to speak. And it all comes down to this. Let's see. 1 minute mark is closing in, and we do have the defendants being quite close to each other. Obviously, the windows are open up. McLovin with a great frag already into the attack. Very, very important. Obviously, they're going to have to be a little bit careful because they're not having a lot of HP. Blackbeard comes in with a pre-fire, not being able to get connected shots. 3 on 4 situation. Is this going to be the first round? They are going to win the attacking. Well, the diffusers are going down at least. So, and I don't think that anyone can be taking him down as well. And that is going to be the diffuser. Great job. Jesus Morientes finds a kill, but Asian as well. Asian finds the second one. 2-on-2 situation. Take a look at the HP on the defendants. It's not going to be good. It's going to be Jagger down on low HP. Smoke as well. They're going to be one smoke. Asian finds a third kill onto the round. Are you kidding me? 2-on-1. Blackbeard, the only player remaining, it stands in the smoke. Takes a lot of damage. Just still does have the shield though. But in a 2-on-1, I mean, right now, Egadal Esports, they can come in with a crossfire, and at this point it quite looks like they are about to. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen, trying to go out for the peak. Perhaps Blackbeard goes in for the first kill, not being able to connect shots, being down. Ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me? What a beauty of a defense.
Man, Asian there coming in clutch in the end, and it's very rare to see Jinx going down that early into the round, and it gave them so much space, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's very, very dangerous for them to let Jinx go down that early into the round, because we just saw them lose control of pretty much, it felt like they lost control of almost 60% of the map by just losing one of their star players.
That's the thing, yeah.
Because usually when we see Jinx holding that position, he kind of picked up either 3 or 4 people as soon as he started holding the top floor. And that just gave away so much of the round in the favor of Egadal. But as soon as he went down, Dream Team just completely capitalized on it. They went all around the point, picking up people, or like player after player, and then finally executing onto the site where Asian actually got his time to shine, picking up 4 players, I believe, in very quick succession, ending the round for them together with Smoke there, defusing the bomb. Very well played.
Yep, and that is more plays that we would like to see in the semifinals. As you can see here on the playoffs brackets, we have the 2 teams on top. Semifinal number 1 is going to be Modion Gaming versus Endurance Gaming. Everything of this is going to be broadcasted next Wednesday. Also, in the semi 2, we do have Egadal Esports have been moving on, but the game on the quarterfinal number 4 is not done just yet. But what we can see is that Operator Select is up that with 1 map at least, and that is going to be a very interesting match to see as well. So if they're going to a 3rd map, I think they're ongoing right now as well. Yeah, still, either way, we are done here at least for our part for tonight. It's been one hell of a games, man. I mean, these games has been really on point. It literally looks like the playoffs.
It does. Some very strong and convincing round coming out. And if you want to check out the other streams, we will soon be signing off to all of you guys. But Gentech, a very lovely fellow, will be hosted from this channel so that you can catch up on the last game of the qualifiers before we're going into the semi.
Exactly. So we do have 2 winners to announce. First of all, 3 winners actually. Honey, yeah. All right. Either way, we do have we have 2 Twitch raffle that we are going to give out for you guys. First of all, it's 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, and the winner for that is Tony Dakin. Tony the King, yeah.
Tony the King.
Tony the King.
It's kind of fitting that we have someone called Tony. I guess this is kind of stereotypical, but we have the Italian map coming out. Tony, Tony the King, Italian A.
Well,
and I mean,
Either way, you did get your, like, you get a little bit of lucky because you got 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits, man. Send us a PM here or a whisper on Twitch, and we will be able to send out the code to you so you can get that skin that you wanted for a long time, or operator, all depending on yourself. Perhaps you can save it for the new operators. I'm not sure if they're gonna be costing 600 or not, but doesn't matter.
believe they are. I believe they are.
All right, and we do have a winner for the HyperX Fury XL gaming mousepad that was also in the Twitch raffle, and the winner for that one is
Massive.
Rasimus
DK.
DK. So congratulations for your HyperX XL Fury XL gaming mousepad. Send us a whisper here as well on Twitch, and we will get all the information we need to send it out to you, obviously. And
our final winner, right? The final winner for tonight, except for the teams going to the semifinals, the big boy winner, if you want, kind of. I guess
for
it's
Facebook
kinda,
and Twitter, yeah.
it's kind of the big boy winner. It's
actually
the
the big
bundle.
boy. Yeah, it's a bundle.
I would like to call it the big boy.
And
credits. So it really is the big boy. You get a mouse pad, a mouse, and 600 credits.
So you can really play that operator you wanted for a long time. Hibana, perhaps? No, I'm just kidding.
We're
All
like Oprah up in here. You get points, and you get points. Boy.
Dun, dun, dun. Either way, the winner for the Facebook and Twitter giveaway, where all you needed to do was like King of Nordic, like HyperX, like the post, comment, tell us why you should win the bundle with the hashtag King of Nordic and hashtag HX Rainbow 6S with the number 6. The winner for that one is Lasse Ville Willemsen. Congratulations to you. I guess you won on Facebook. So make sure to send us a PM on Facebook, and we will get all the information and send out the bundle for you, and obviously the code for the 600 Rainbow Six Siege credits
as well.
As well, bro. Thank you.
Thank you
for being here.
And thank our teams. I think this is the first time we shook hands in stream.
That was quite awkward, actually. I was,
It was just like,
I was kidding.
It looked so much like a handshake. I was just like, yeah, going for it, man.
Yeah.
Bruh. Bruh. Bye.